What's in a gimlet?
So gimlet is basically just gin and like a squeeze of lime. So just super simple. It works really good for like Tanquerays and stuff like that, where they have more lime peel.
Hold on,
in the
I've
mix.
been doing gimlet mixins. Is all that is lime?
It's just that's an actual gimlet, because you can do the same with vodka too. It's
Yeah.
basically just like a miniature limeade, except it's pure booze.
Damn it! I would have just squeezed less gin. That's a rookie Ricky.
Rookie Ricky. Yes.
Yeah, rookie Ricky is less gin.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the actual name for a kitty cocktail, Shirley Temple.
A Shirley Temple, yes.
Yes.
And then what do you
Ricky.
call our Shirley Temple with vodka?
A good night.
A dirty Shirley. And of course, because now that Dragger brought it over, we apologize. And no, I did not come up with this. What do you call a kitty cocktail with a shot of cannabis oil in it?
Ooh.
A Shirley Hempel.
Oh, that was so... I'm mad at myself.
You know where that comes from, right?
No.
Futurama.
Really?
Hermes drinks Shirley Hempels.
Was this in one of the newer seasons?
No, early one. That's part of the original airing.
That was before that type of thing was on my radar.
Oh yeah, it would have been. Yeah, absolutely, it would have been.
I'm a latecomer
We
to
are
that.
online, but we're getting the chat back up.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We know we're
for
good.
anyone who watches this or eventually makes a trip into Chicago,
Hello.
speaking of gin,
yeah.
the biggest point where I broadened my horizons was a bar called Watershed. Still exists?
Oh, yeah. Still exists.
So if you're ever in Chicago, go to Watershed. They have a bunch of not only all sorts of craft gin, but Illinois distillery craft gin in particular. And
Anything
what was the
from
one I
Great
had?
Lakes region. So they
Is
have
Leatherby
stuff
from Great Lakes region?
Huh? Yeah, Leatherby is here in Chicago.
So
Yes.
Leatherby had one. I don't remember which one it was. If you do props,
Oh,
but
yeah.
my description of it, I had gin on ice. I sipped it. Everyone is around me going, and my description was, it tastes like a flower's asshole. And I meant that in the best way possible.
That's Leatherby's normal gin, actually.
Yeah.
That's
Wait,
their
what is
first
a
one they
flower
ever made.
poop?
Pollen.
Whatever
I
the
sneezed
bees,
after drinking it.
whatever the bees get them, right? Isn't that how that works? Birds and the bees, right? No way. I didn't learn very good in health class.
Xander, I
Very
believe you
good.
just drew a line that when the birds and the bees do their thing, their baby is gin.
The bird fucks the bee, right?
The bird does
Wait.
not fuck the bee.
That's how I saw in FA.
Oh dear God.
We've seen a lot of combinations of that on FA. I just caught that.
Nice catch.
Oh, that'd be great.
Like a bag in the wind.
Furry family, we're gonna teach you about the birds and the bees.
No. No, we are not teaching them about the birds and the bees.
Birds and the
E621
bees.
can do that.
Yeah, E621 can do that.
You know
all
that's
good.
like
You're not
a very
helping.
So Xander just did genuinely bring up the next level. So like, what's a very common story that's deviant? We're not going to go into details, but
Whoa.
the sex ed but hands-on approach, right? Xander just brought it to the next level. What if it's the real world and it's the bird and the bees, but they come out in bird and bee fursuits?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
But like they actually
know-
boink.
If
No.
we're going to get into sex ed, we're going to have to go into, and it's a roundabout way of saying this, so I'm sorry for how disturbing this is going to be. People doing their job.
Well, that's pretty disturbing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the birds and the bees, people doing their job, because all of them, most of us are from the era where the health ed class was mandatory. Did all of us have to go? You guys are from Chicago.
Yeah.
No.
No, you did. You moved here.
I'm from that was-
Robert
that's the
Crown
thing.
Center. Do you remember the Robert Crown Center?
Oh, man.
You do. You guys had to go
Oh.
Robert Crown.
Was that the health thing in like
Yes.
the first health class you do in 5th grade before middle school? Is that the one?
Yeah.
So there is there's a center in Chicago, it's actually outside of Chicago, that you have to take a field trip to, and it's the sex center. And they teach you about everything sex at this
They
place.
just don't teach you about it. They're enthusiastic.
They're very enthusiastic, and they show you the way that it should be. By the way, I'm not making fun of the Robert Crown Center. They are giving people the information they should be, including safe sex practices. I was very happy now. I didn't know back then, but now I'm very happy to learn. However, if you do a job day after day after day, you get very good at it. The banana demonstration at the Robert Crown Center shows you that none of us truly know how to use a condom.
Yes.
I watched this woman say, it's very simple. Banana condom. There. This condom is safe. I'm just, how?
Yeah.
Did you have the best demo?
I'm sorry, is it the internal shot?
who
Because
was
no.
someone was clearly too young to ask this to know what was going on, but whatever. But the question came up from this little voice of, Well, but what if it's not firm? And they brought out the ripest banana. And
No! Oh no!
Damn!
Yeah.
Go
Oh
down.
no!
Hello, Jay says. We can now see the Chetigan guys. Thank you so much.
Hold on, if you put that ripe banana in the freezer, like, okay, so now this is like, if you're on
This is like,
on the drugs, yes.
yeah.
No,
This
putting
is
a
when it's
banana
a-
in the freezer is like cracking open a cold one.
God damn it!
This is when it's a dead bird and a bee.
As you can see, the stinger now permanently stays out.
Jesus Christ.
Do you have
Or
any
you took
questions?
too much Viagra.
Yeah, sure. I got plenty of questions that don't involve
you too,
corpse
for you.
fucking. All right.
You have a stinger lasting
How
more than
often
4 hours.
do
You
you-
should consult.
How often do we say corpse
A
fucking?
stinger that lasts more than
Pretty
4
often.
hours.
Yes.
Yes, it is, Morphman.
If I had to have to drink for every time I say corpse fucking on
You
the
need
show.
help? Oh, God.
I just can't manage the
I get you. I understood.
All right.
bad thing.
Shally. Oh wait, we did that one. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Yes, that is I.
What current political figure would you love to meet? Did we do that one or no?
I'm going to still go with Obama.
You want to meet Obama?
I want to meet Obama.
AOC.
Oh,
AOC would be
yeah.
amazing to meet. AOC would be absolutely. I mean, I'd like to meet Bernie, but I have a feeling he would just talk coupons with me because that would be the proper topic for. I was at the store today. I'm at the store at Pete's Fresh Market. In the background, I hear a child going into the temper tantrum words. You know that building, stomping on every word? Mom, why can't I have this? Top of his lungs, screeching, it's on sale! I was the happiest person ever. That child is going places.
I think I know
Kid's
my
about to be a
answer.
gazillionaire.
That's right.
I think I know my answer.
What got?
Vladimir Putin, and I televise it, and we would play Risk.
Oh my God.
We might learn things. We might learn like future moves and stuff. It would be great.
yeah.
It would be educational.
No, it wouldn't. He'd cheat.
Yeah.
It's true. He would cheat.
Wait,
Yes,
wait,
but you
wait.
learn by how he cheats.
That's true.
Risk is also inaccurate, though, because it's impossible to hold Mother Russia, but in real life, winter does the job for you.
That's well. You could just put ice all over the board over there.
No, you can't put your piece there. There's ice.
Yeah, it's just full, man.
It's full
Well,
right
the board's warped. My dude fell off. Yeah, he's my dude now.
He
Yep.
slid over. That's defecting.
Exactly, yeah.
Good pun, by the way. I
Thank
like
you.
that. That's
Thank
very
you.
good.
All right. Tyro,
Hey, Tyro.
what is your idea of the worst class in a tabletop? Either because it's hardest to play, or most boring, or other reasons.
Oh my God,
That's
that's
actually a good
rough.
question.
The worst one?
So I have a particular challenge. I'm going to spin this around. I
Sure.
defy any game system to give me the worst and the most useless. I've seriously done this. I will do one in short shots of give me the most worthless thing, and I'm going to make a thing out of it, because role-playing is where the magic is.
True.
Unless you're doing a dungeon crawl, and it's a Gary Gygax dungeon crawl. I think I made it to my 5th iteration of the character before everyone at the table went, are you going to roll something useful now?
Oh my god.
Okay, I think I got one.
Okay.
And I hate it that I have to say this. I truly hate
Don't
it.
say the B word.
What?
Okay, go, sorry, go.
This one's going to go to Nero, and any class like this. Not because of the role player himself, but because it is very hard to roleplay with this kind of character. The Vulcan-esque character, no emotion character is so hard not only to roleplay as, but to roleplay with. I cannot. We had them at Nero. They were called the Stone Elves. Stone Elves were Vulcans. They had no emotion, and it just every once in a while it really works out. But how do you deal with somebody who's not getting really excited? How do you deal with? I don't know. Always was difficult to me, and very difficult to play. Yeah, it's data. It's Tuvok, but storylines that revolved around like they're wonderful add-in characters, but I don't know what to do with them, especially running plot. It's like this is the most straightforward module. They're like, yes, this is where I thrive. Like, okay, yeah, walk in, murder, leave. Excellent. Here's a ring.
Well, I mean, how's it going? You have to press it down arrow.
You can always just put them into like emotional situations and then make them react in a way where they wouldn't be driven by emotion.
Yeah.
Even though most people would
Morph,
think that.
yes.
Okay.
This is Avon.
Okay. So I'm gonna say the B word just because there hasn't been a popular media where the bard is just fucking amazing, and there needs to be,
There does need to be.
right?
They're
I
really
mean, hold on.
I-
Marceline. I'd put Marceline up there as a bard vampire.
Yeah, but most wouldn't. She's
Really?
just a vampire. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
She's
right.
just a bard.
I agree with Bard, but only because Bard is hard for me to play.
Bards are hard. Bards are hard.
Bards are
Well,
hard.
here's the thing. It also
That's a
depends.
T-shirt.
Bards are hard.
The way you said
Dustin,
it, bards
how are
are
bards?
It's like muscly as fuck.
hard. Yeah.
Bard.
Bards can put the condom on the banana while singing a song.
We're bard hard. That right? Yeah.
Bards make the stretchy noise, putting it over the band of the big bass
Coco.
line to their
Yeah.
song.
I'll give it Coco.
Exactly, yeah.
Which one?
Coco.
I haven't seen Coco yet.
Okay, that is a good class of, like, case of a bard-ish person in modern media.
I
All right,
thought you were
let's go
talking
with-
about putting a condom on. I'm like, wait, what version of Coco did you see?
Really quick,
You
let's
haven't
go
seen
with.
the one that's on Xtube?
Oh my god.
What did I just come back to?
We're back to the B word. Now I realize. I see. I never
Bards.
considered Bard a hard one to
Bard
play,
talk.
but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Let's turn that upside down. The two greatest. Well, I would put it. That's a pure Bard performance. One, we just watched it last night. Scott fucking Pilgrim. The battle of the bands with the speaker versus speaker, them versus the two people with the speakers, the dragon versus.
Yep.
That was a Bard battle, and that was the best. But if you're going with a true fight, what are the powers of a Bard? Nothing will beat Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh. Hell
That was insane. That is one of my all-time favorite fight scenes.
Oh,
the
you're
two
right.
bards. Scott, thank you. Scott, yes! Alejandro, I don't know if I said it first. You just came in, but
Oh, the
yes.
bards, yeah.
So
No, with all the ghosts when they go.
The ghost, the
ghost knives.
Yes,
Yeah.
one of the all-time great fight scenes. Absolutely glorious.
And if you don't tune into Mario Kart, ghosts steal your shit.
Ghosts steal your shit, dude.
They do.
For the bard thing, I think the next progressive in terms of interpretation of a class thing that's coming for Dungeons and Dragons, and it's kind of there, is it will happen to the bard what has now happened to the paladin. Right now, the bard is very, very centric on music, which is a type of performance. The bard is a performer above all else.
Correct.
And so there's always been these weird interpretations of, well, you're a bard, but instead of a lute, it's this other thing. And I've done iterations of it. Once they did the paladin is a fighter, divine champion of
Yes.
fill in the blank. A bard is essentially a mystical performer of fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Puppetry of the penis. Got it.
Yes, that would be in the
Penis?
be the book of erotic
My-
fantasy.
My
Bard.
all-time favorite bard.
They play the skin flute so
Here
well.
comes your dick bard. Play that skin flute.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
dude,
skin flute.
that would be a great thing. Yeah, I just like.
Colby
just
Uncle
starts-
Kage is definitely a bard.
Okay, I'll stop going down that route.
Don't be. I think my favorite time I saw a bard. We're about to do this. My favorite bard in the game, and somebody might know the name of this sword. Think Jackie Chan, a very oriental sword, a little bit wide, ultra flimsy. You can bend the sword almost into a U. Does anyone know what kind of sword that is?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so
but I
you've
don't
seen it.
know
Okay.
the-
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of that particular style of sword.
Yeah.
If you're old enough, this used to be on fucking variety shows all the time. Tracy Ullman had it on the Tracy Ullman show for one of the all-time greats. The person who can take a violin bow and play a flat saw as an instrument. One of my players had the flat sword that you could bend, and he used that as his instrument.
That's
It was-
amazing.
That one, I gave him so many bonus points that the other players in the game were angry. I'm like, dude, that's a once-in-a-lifetime idea.
once in a
He
time.
gets bonuses.
I'm envisioning
think
20
that's
years
so
on, the character, that person shows up, and it's that
Silas
character doing it
Club.
again, because that's the one
Scimitar
stupid
does
human
have a
trick
band
they
about
have.
it.
Yes.
It's like, for
No.
frick's sake, Joe, you can't have the super powerful sword. We've had...
Kage's back.
What?
Kage's back. Oh no.
And really quick, before we read this, guys, we're back at 57 viewers, which is more than we left with. So sorry for the changeover. Thank you so much for rejoining us. Because of you guys, we're working out all these tech problems. There are a lot of tech problems. If you want to hear Join us for some other cast. Oh, dude.
I had a phone baby.
Dude.
He just dropped
He
it.
always
It's a
does.
phone baby.
I watched this past weekend. I don't know if any of you all tuned in for the Fox and Pepper streaming thing they just did this
For
past
minutes,
weekend.
I was so busy at work.
That whole weekend. One, there was another Xander in the house. That was awkward for me. Two, I kept calling Pepper Xander because Pepper was the phone baby champion all weekend.
Can we
Phone
explain
baby
what
is when you drop your phone for no damn reason.
No. You have lots of fizzy cherry cola. You put your phone in your lap, and then you get up.
Yep.
And you have a phone baby.
Yeah.
Phone babies.
Peppers were more insidious,
that's-
and he would just be in the chair, not moving, and then baby.
Baby.
That was bareback phone baby, by the way. What? There's no cover. Kids, put a cover on your phone. Don't be an idiot like me.
wrap
Mine
it up.
got moisture
Keep it
in, and I
protected.
can't go back ever since.
Alkali is still being dubbed. Kage, enjoy my dubbing.
I
No?
don't understand.
Okay, I do.
this.
We always
Chinese
write in shorthand. Some of the rules
Got it.
are long. All right, our next drinking rule comes once again
Wait,
from
I'm gonna read
Uncle
this.
Uncle Kage. Okay, read our
Wait,
shorthand.
Kage wrote this.
Kage wrote this.
I'm deciphering your cryptic.
That's mine.
You wrote this? There's a lot more space. You could put more words on here, you know.
we know
Okay.
what it means.
Kage, and then some extraneous marks. I think that's supposed to be a colon.
Yes.
And then anyone around fire stands up.
That's what my doctor said.
So anyone sitting around the fire standing up means everyone else drinks. And I just realized anyone who has been drinking their own anyone who has been drinking but not remembering that there's a little Vorfox on your bottle, please take another drink.
Oh, Vorfox! Wait, no. We're not supposed to care if the Vorfox is
I've
there.
been
Or wait.
Oh, no,
Just-
you acknowledge him, but you don't care that he's there.
Exactly.
Is there
down
room
the
for
hatch.
caring that he's there?
What's up?
Is there room for caring
Yeah.
that they are there?
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
no.
you
He's
can tongue
a little
it a little
fox.
bit if you want. You know, there
And
you
he
go.
dances. And he dances
Good
to
listen.
Eminem. Haven't you seen the tweet?
Wait, what?
Lil Fox dances to Eminem.
No.
Yeah, Lil Fox just goes like this. He dances to Empty Like Me, or what the fuck was it? No, that's me. I'm
Needs
empty.
to be a red car.
Without me.
I mean, I'll just drink for Tyro.
You guys know what I'm talking about? The little fox dancing to Eminem? It's great. Anyway, it's a
Benton, he is still a scientist.
That is Beaton.
Is
I
it
wish I
Beaton?
could be
Yes.
as cute as a little fox drink
Beaton
dancing.
was one of our performers at Anthrocon tonight doing, I believe, Beaton, you did the duet with the other person, and I have forgotten the name. It was like middle of our show, I think.
Was that for the beautiful duet? Dude, Beaton, you rock. That was amazing. Thank you so much. And guys, if you're ever at Anthrocon and you want to get onto, this is crazy, main stage at Anthrocon, why aren't more people sending us stuff for the variety show?
So a lot of
it's
people-
main stage
A lot
at
of people don't
Anthrocon!
know for us for this, and we're going to be
Interruption.
better.
We have Telegram chat. Go there if you like Telegram. Okay, that's all. Go ahead.
Yay! For Anthrocon tonight, watch out on Twitter, on the website, or whatever. Anthrocon is switching to only video
Yes.
pre-auditions. There is no longer at-con things. That's been a little bit of a confusion. So, yeah, if you want to get on Anthrocon main stage, practice your stuff, get a good recording, and submit it. And we had 16 acts that were all outstanding.
Yeah.
And by the way, when we say pre-recorded, we're not going to fault you for recording on your cell phone. We understand.
We also understand that you're filming it at 2 a.m., singing very quietly to not wake up the parental units. We had a couple of
That
those.
was one of my favorites. Here we go. I'm not going to say who it was. Here we go. I'm really sorry. My parents are asleep. Near, far, boom, boom, boom. Shut up! Fucking amazing. If we could have had your parents interrupt that person in the middle, that would have been the perfect
I
set.
know.
That's the
so
version
good.
of My Heart Will Go On where the iceberg's being an asshole.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on!
Titanic in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Titanic in 3
Shut the fuck up!
Titanic speedrun.
Oh, is that
be a
Titanic
great
in
game.
3 minutes is just Titanic directed by Michael Bay. It hits the iceberg and goes up.
the iceberg is the ultimate cock block. It's just like, you
No,
know,
they
I mean,
fucked.
they did fuck in the car, and that brought the iceberg.
Yeah, it's the general slasher movie rule.
You're right!
Yeah.
Oh, they had sex.
I want to see Titanic re-edited as a slasher now. A lot of people die, like, throughout as it goes, or at
Yeah.
least get, like, implied offended.
I like Alejandro's idea. Titanic speed run. Let's do this, man.
Can we make a game
Hold
where
on.
your goal is to sink the Titanic as quick as possible?
Wait. I did talk about something because you probably know what I'm talking about. Old slasher movies, a lot of them, especially like early 80s, 70s, a lot of them are really fucked up. Because it's like, oh, here's some random teens having sex. Bad boys. There, you die. Yep. Okay, I guess. Whoa, black guy, you're gonna die. Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
There's a trans person. You're gonna die. Wait, what the fuck's going on right now?
So,
if-
horror movies.
Seriously.
One of the
seriously.
things that genuinely opened my eyes to, hey, maybe there is, I promise this is vaguely funny,
Kitchen, I love that.
systemic racism is a thing, is on IMDb, there used to be a bunch of threads and tags and themes about the movie. And one that gained an alarming amount of popularity is Black Dude Dies First.
Nope.
Unironically,
That is horrid.
It absolutely is horrid, and then you go through all of these slasher movies, and it's true.
Oh, absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
it used to be true.
Yeah, they
You
were the
did it
red
too,
shirts
that
of slasher
motherfucker.
flicks.
Wait, what?
They were the red shirts of slasher flicks.
Q did it.
What?
I think Q overloaded that guy's brain.
Oh, you?
No,
Was that
Alejandro is absolutely right. Cops and slasher movies are always
You
doomed.
might be right, actually. Maybe
Oh my God, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes.
Glorious. Oh my
man.
God.
Killer Clowns.
The killer popcorn.
Blair Fox.
That gave me nightmares.
Okay,
Killer Popcorn. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think the one that got me the most was the Shadow Puppet. The Shadow Puppet from Killer Clowns. If you haven't seen it, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It is trauma, right?
No.
It's not a trauma.
It's actually
it's got a decent amount of budget.
it's got a lot of money,
Yeah.
Okay.
but you can see the strings on the giant puppet still.
They spent all the money on the puppet, not on the movie products to make you not see the strings of the puppet.
Beaten. I did
Hold
not
on.
know that.
Here's an old person test. Chat. How do you kill the Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
That's a good one.
remember.
That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Let's
You know-
see if anyone knows.
Ooh, sorry.
That's an old
You don't
person
remember that?
test.
Oh, that's good.
I do. Dude, it's super important to the plot.
I never really saw I saw that movie in pieces,
Kitsune,
sneaking
remember
away from
you
my
said
parents
that.
when I was really little.
Right.
I've never seen it as a fully formed person.
So when you stole HBO like everybody else on that cable box or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, effectively that. I would have to
People know it.
Yep.
Yeah, in the
Alejandro, I totally
Yep.
agree with you.
Got it.
What?
Yahweh, that's glorious. Open the space door.
You're gonna remake it. You remake Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I want them to remake Motel Hell and fix the pacing issues.
I never saw it, so I don't know.
I can't talk about it. I'm going to make you watch this. If you know nothing about Motel Hell, it is a little bit dry, but it is worth it if you like
Yeah.
a good joke.
Yeah, it's totally worth it. I
It's
like
a
Motel Hell.
one-note movie that's really weird.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Miko working our goddamn audio and video
Yes.
bullshit. Sorry, Miko. I'm
You're
so
amazing,
sorry.
friend.
He's fixed.
You
Huh?
rock,
The
dude.
legacy's fixed.
Oh my
So yeah,
god.
Beaton says they are remaking Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
boy.
That makes me insanely happy. I loved. Not only do I love Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, I used to watch the cartoon when I was going.
Yes.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Dude, there's a cartoon Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
You know
They
why?
talk.
Back in the 80s, we had a magical time where R-rated movies could become cartoons.
Yeah, I
Wolfman,
remember the
they don't know who I am,
RoboCop
so
RoboCop?
no.
Trauma, with the mop guy.
Yep.
That was
I remember
one.
this.
That was
So, looking
Toxie,
at that,
Toxic
probably an hour
Avenger.
and a-
I never saw Toxic Avenger.
What?
I've heard it's good.
What's that?
Wait, we got rain coming in?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
soon.
we got hour and a half, so we're fine. Guys,
Okay, guys.
if it starts storming, we obviously, as most of you know, we had a lot of problems with equipment lately because it got wet. If it starts storming, we're going to let you know and kill the stream. But it looks like we got at least an hour and a half.
Yep.
I know
Wait,
they're
wait,
going to... Ah, yes!
What?
Uncle Kage knows the movie. I know that I'm
Yeah.
going to miss her. A tomato ate my sister.
Oh my god.
Miko, you have just joined us. What is your favorite weird, not necessarily 80s, but slasher movie, horror movie? What's a thing you dig?
I like really bad ones.
What's guilty pleasure? If you could inflict one on us and out there that is bad but unique.
If you really enjoy really bad slasher / murder whatever movies, I actually kind of got a kick out of Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving? What year was
Thanks.
I have no
Killing.
idea. It was on Netflix. I don't know when it came out. It feels very 80s. I'm
I
really
think
bad with
it's
movies in
90s,
general.
though.
But, yeah.
Thanks killing, huh?
Put it
Rawhead.
together from the title.
We've got Rawhead Rex from Uncle Kage. I don't know Rawhead Rex. I have to go with one of my favorites, and please help me out with the name because I'm getting Goonies in my head, and that's not right.
Is it
That's not
Theodore
right.
Rex, but like the fursuit just kills people?
Yes.
Because Whoopi Goldberg did a movie with a fursuit in space, and I need to see it.
What?
Theodore Rex.
I've never seen
Okay.
this.
Need to see
I
it.
worked at a video store and I saw it on the shelves. Let's look it up.
All right, we have to do this.
Check out
Kitsune?
Theodore Rex.
Kitsune, I agree with all of those. Chopping Mall, I've never seen.
Oh, Rubber.
Rubber's
I never
glorious.
saw Rubber.
Help me
You
out.
should.
There's a
I got-
movie
oh.
where a bunch of little monsters, about this big, at the very end, form into a giant boulder and roll over people and just leave skeletons.
No, Voltron.
Oh.
No, not
That's
Goonies.
one of the Critters movies.
Critters.
And
so Critters is
so
one of mine.
I don't remember if they form a big one. I know there is a single big one that comes through. Do
At
they
the
form?
end of number 2, they form a giant ball with one of the greatest jump cuts in the history of movies. The town is running away from these critters. You're right, it is critters. Running away from the critters. Critters 2, agreed. They all jump together to form a boulder, go rolling down the street, and then all of a sudden a guy turns around and goes, ah! Gets run over by the ball, they jump cut, and leave a bloody skeleton on the ground because they're critters, so they just ate all the flesh.
Nice.
Fucking glorious. The other one is Ghoulies? Ghoulies?
Ghoulies is a thing, I think, but
There's,
I don't know it.
I think number 2, it's the one with the enchanted toilet. So if anyone knows the names, I think it's Ghoulies.
Oh, boy.
I like this already.
Yeah.
Yes, it is in a frat house too, which gives you an idea of how
It's
bad
an
this is.
enchanted toilet.
It's like just in America and they have a bidet.
Alejandro is right.
My
So it
wish
is
has come
Ghoulies.
true, Miko. All right, I got wait really quick. You
What do you
mentioned
got?
the ball of people.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, one of the most glorious things on the internet. I know it brought us many bad things, but one of the good things is if you Google Indian Matrix,
Oh,
it is a movie.
Is there a Bollywood one?
yes.
Dude,
Yes.
this guy is just a like
know
random
who this-
semi-overweight fat dude
No.
with glasses, and there's many of him, and they form a ball of him, and I can't describe the rest. It is just one of the greatest pieces
is
of
a
film
series.
ever created.
This is a series.
It is.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
the third one. The dude's in his 60s or something. This guy is a Bollywood
Yes, it is a
superstar.
job.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Look up Indian Matrix and laugh your ass
this
off when
movie
you
got
are
a-
on fizzy cherry cola.
This
Holy
movie got
shit.
a 4-star rating from some of the continued Ebert reviews.
out of 10 or 5.
Out of 4.
Okay.
Honestly, if you take the movie and dumb it down to the action scenes,
Oh,
it's
dude.
so good that, yeah, I'd still give it the 4-star rating. It's worth watching.
Dude.
It's ridiculous.
The the comedy's off the charts.
Colby, we live on the approach to Midway, not
All right.
O'Hare.
So,
I should
like-
go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, for anyone who's interested, Bollywood stuff, I've seen a couple now. Once you get over the fact, so like in America, on TV, a cultural style that is ours, is effectively our version of the procedural. So any show of the week you see, Blacklist, anything, for the past 30 years has been following that template. Bollywood movies essentially largely have, like if it's really Bollywood, the dance and comedy is just, it's there. That is the language that their movies speak. Once you internalize that, they have every genre built on top of that. It is awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
And really quick, jumping to Uncle Kage, did the sound sync itself? Let's take one moment, guys. We can't do the show without all the help for everyone out here, and especially for
Yeah.
Miko, who just spent most of the show. Thank you very much for helping us out.
Let's get Miko cheese.
There is much cheese inside,
Yeah,
including...
I'm actually okay for at least a day.
Let's
Yeah.
get Miko laxative.
Wait. Do we want to talk about that yet or no?
Talk about what?
Thing
White
that you
Castle?
did.
Sure.
Well, go ahead and tell the people then.
Are we talking about the mac and cheese?
Yeah.
What
I
did
made
you
mac
do?
and cheese.
Yeah, that's the simple way of saying it.
I made a mac and I have a video online, my version of mac and cheese, and everyone in my house, who not only loves me but loves themselves, said, Alkali, could you make a mac and cheese without double the butter? so I doubled the cheese.
I'm very appreciative.
Oh, of course.
I'm still appreciative.
Of course.
I haven't had any since yesterday.
I understand.
On my calorie counting for cheat meals, I just put an infinite symbol now because
Yeah, there
that's
you go.
alkalized cooking.
That's
so-
accurate if you're doubling the cheese and or butter.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the questions
And
again.
Yahweh, I'll be honest with you, Yahweh, yes there is. The reason there's not is no one's fault but my own. Cooking is how I relax. It's very hard for me to record cooking episodes because normally I'm just standing there listening to music.
Also,
I'm really sorry, it will happen.
No,
I'm
no,
so
release
sorry.
an episode of that.
I will.
That's the ASMR video you could do.
but this is the version of him. Well, hold on. This is the actual version of the show where it ends with him ordering pizza. This is the actual version. We don't want that. That's just sad. Because a
Seraphim,
lot of times it doesn't end in happiness.
Seraphim, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, but first you make a bachmel, then you add in a little bit of brie for the creaminess, Gouda, basically a full triangle, and Gruyere. Gruyere is a soft cheese that makes everything come together. You need the Gruyere.
The sauce you're talking about is bechamel.
Is that how you say that?
That's a
Bechamel?
bechamel.
I'm
Bechamel.
sorry, I have to call out Shadow Wolf here. Alkali, I quad the cheese and the milk. It turns colons into slip and slide.
Yeah, that's not a dude. I'm not allowed to do that in this house.
The other way to do that is to just
Ooh,
eat
Aaron
bread and
would too.
olive oil.
No. It turns your colon into. You ever see the kid go down the pit with all the bands? That he's.
What the fuck are you talking
I know
about?
exactly.
No, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. That you died.
Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking more along the lines of like Star Wars when he falls into the.
It's similar to a sarlacc pit.
With more punishment.
Nope, no question.
What?
The next one goes over to Miko. We are at the top of the hour, 3 o'clock.
Red car.
Wait, red car.
Yeah, it's his.
Ha! Miko, next rule.
Next rule. I want this one.
Uh,
This rule is Kage.
That is
From
also
Kage.
from Kage.
KG.
Uncle KG.
Uncle KG.
Uncle KG, alright.
Anytime a convention is mentioned.
If we mention a convention, take a drink.
So, there's this thing called the Constitution, and the way it got started...
I hate you.
That
Hi,
counts.
buddy.
Don't forget your fox.
Yep.
Do you have to mention? Oh, okay, I'm not even gonna go there. All right, Shukin Flash.
Hello, Shukin. Sorry about
You're randomly selected
No margarita.
by Elon Musk
Oh, very
to be the first podcast from Mars.
that. Hold on. Somebody stood up. Everyone?
Oh,
Oh,
you're
yes.
right. What
Wait.
crazy hijinks do you get up to during the stream?
Opening a portal to hell and summoning demons.
Oh yes, with the rock.
Technically, that's on the moon. Oh,
with the
God,
cutoff.
fuck that movie.
With
Which
the
one?
cutoff of
Doom.
the rock.
Dune?
Yeah,
Doom. They
Doom,
made a
not
movie
Doom,
of
yeah.
Doom
No.
with The Rock and Carl Urban.
You are missing the proper way to watch
Hold on,
that
let me
movie,
finish
my
the question.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, that's my fault. Go ahead.
What crazy hijinks do you get up to during the stream, and how does your trip to the Red Planet change the course of history?
Oh, we're changing the course of history.
Teleporters are invented.
Okay, hold on.
Wait.
We claim, let's be honest, we claim teleporters are invented.
By our
What we actually made is a very fast-acting smoke bomb and a super powerful catapult.
Hold on.
You just shoot them back to Earth.
Yes.
Let me go farther. We go into Mars. The government has been holding portal technology because it would destroy the economy, right?
Okay.
So then, when we're doing our podcast and the Martians show up, or Martians, which is just fursuits, really, we'll just commission these out to whoever. The furries will know. Nobody else will know. But anyways, the furries show up. Oh my God, Martians! And that's when the government portals in soldiers, and that's when everyone knows portal technology exists, and then it changes the course of history.
Honestly, I feel like portal technology is not going to come from the government conspiracy. We're in full-on corporate theocracy land. Amazon's
Hold
just
on.
going to teleport soap into your house.
Or Elon Musk already knows.
No,
he already knows.
You've got it. You've absolutely got it. Okay, if we're going to change the course of history,
The internet was a government program, right?
Al
Originally,
Gore
yes.
invented the
Al
internet.
Gore
Okay, I
invented
was
the internet.
checking.
That's
Asterisk,
true.
but
Basically. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so we're changing the course of history.
yes.
I'm going to go back to my time playing Nero.
What can socialism make? The internet. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Xander drink.
Playing Nero in the Valley. We used to have a place called the Valley. It was an actual valley. You had to go down this giant slope, and sometimes a pressure front would come in, and I would do large pyrotechnic displays. And it would take all the smoke, and it would push it back down. If we're on Mars, that means we're terraforming Mars. There's probably a 10-foot area where the pressure front would... So what if we smoked on Mars and just hotboxed the planet? That's what we're going to do. We're going to hotbox Mars.
It's better than half the planet.
Yes!
Wait. Is this like the version of the
Torch the planet.
Whoa. Is this
We
like...
have a red car, everyone drink.
Wait, is this just Total Recall with weed? Do you just like make it breathable and everyone just like you just hear Jamaican music wherever you go?
Oh my God! No,
It's
no.
New Jamaica.
People develop, like, we've not hit this chronic term of people born, bred, and raised in the weed planet. What do the withdrawals look like? Arnold Schwarzenegger without the mask. They go,
Kitsune, yes, you are technically correct.
What would the withdrawal be like when you go to Earth? Like the tea break would be real. It'd be weird.
Oh my God,
Oh,
if you
man.
went from a planet that was permanently hotboxed back to Earth and had to deal with this shit, I think you just go back to Mars.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
just
I'm
thumb
gonna get on
it.
the next
No.
flight. See you later.
Yeah.
Maybe you build up a tolerance so high you become a government agent. You can go into weed filled basements that otherwise would not be penetrable by
It's not that it's
Regular
harsh to the
people.
other agents. They just wander in, get really high, and go, oh, what was I doing?
No,
Yeah,
you
what
send
was-
in
what was
Tommy
it
Chong. You send in Tommy Chong for the undercover thing to get the files because otherwise everyone else is going to be baked out of
Sam
their
banging
cord.
the door. It's like,
Yeah.
it's me, Dave. I got the stuff.
Yeah.
They ask him in the
Dave's not here.
debriefing, Tommy, did you get the info? No, but I made a lot of sales, man.
Hello, Sue dear. It's so good to see you.
Hey,
So
Sue.
hold on. Are we
Yeah.
saying because obviously movies are based off of reality that anything filmed on Mars would just be like, oh, and by the way, don't forget you have to be high permanently throughout the movie.
Jeez.
Because there's a lot of movies I just want to see everyone high at all times. Because think about The Matrix. Keanu Reeves, exact same performance. No change whatsoever. Agent Smith just sitting there is like, yeah, just go, man. Reality's a joke.
Dude, no, Agent
Yeah.
Smith is already high. He was just doing the sativas only and has been having a psychotic break all along.
That's why he's smiling like he does.
He always goes like, Mr. Anderson. Like, dude, Tony, please, will you just stop?
Downsides to the weed plant would be just traffic would take forever. It really would. Just your commute would be just like
Xander,
5 miles an hour.
when you all were in California, did you drive in San Francisco?
Yes, once.
So I was in San Francisco recently, and the cloud was real. The hot box of Mars.
Oh,
you kind
no.
of have a demo around Haight and Ashbury down there.
Are you kidding me? I walk around Chicago. I
I
swear.
smell it all the time.
It's kinda glorious.
But, no joke, there's this tunnel area you drive through, and the road opens up to about 6 lanes on each side to go through this area, and I watched a car. I saw it coming. I was going fast, and I saw people slowing down. All right, I'm going to slow down. And I see the leader of the pack, who is just... It's not that they had trouble staying between lanes. I think they were like, oh man, what if you could have both lanes? This is the type of driving I saw. But their car was huge. It was a giant truck, and they went from 2 lanes to essentially somehow doing 3 at an angle, and this was too much, and then they stopped. They just stopped. Everyone forms the bubble around them and starts going. A car stops. I am caught. I cannot get out. Someone gets up and goes like, hey, are you okay? And there are 4 people in the car. It's like, yeah.
We had a few questions, so really quick, I'm going to tell a quick story, and then we will jump to announcements. Yes. All right. So because we're on the,
What I do?
Yabe.
we're about to answer that, Yave.
Yeah.
So I was driving home from Benny's a little while ago. I'm talking about literally about 20 minutes before the cast. On the way home, I drove past a, what do you call them? H3? Is that the small stupid-looking Hummers?
That is the
Oh,
third
yeah,
iteration. Originally
Okay.
H1, then the H2 was the bad one. And if you go to
Okay, the bad
archive.org,
one.
the bad one is the H2.
Okay.
To the point, I remember the website. Go to archive.org or Wayback Machine or whatever, and go look up fuh2.com.
Really?
It is a series of people posting pictures in the height of the H2 of all these H2s parking like assholes.
No, they're a horrid car. Okay, so the H2. I'm driving home, and in front of me is a cop car. On that cop car, in giant red letters, is something I have not seen for years. D-A-R-E. Fucking Dare car.
Yep.
It's an H2.
Ugh.
On the bumper, on a sticker, this car was impounded from a drug dealer. Right there on the sticker. It's a cop car. It's an H2. It was impounded from a drug dealer. Okay. All right. I'm hoping that it wasn't just weed, but okay. And as I'm following behind this gentleman, all of a sudden he turns on his siren. He is making a ton of noise going down the street, and he pulls off to the side and gets out of his car. Plainclothes police officer. Kinda. He's an off-duty police officer picking up his friend. He hit the siren so his friend would come outside, and I shit you not, the gentleman that walked out of that house, tie-dye, tank top, no sleeves, and a do-rag. Dare! That is the epitome of fucking dare right there. An off-duty police officer picking up his pot friend. It was glorious and exactly how dare goes.
You have a friend who's a cop. It's a perfect example.
My friend who's a cop totally agrees that the war on drugs did more damage than it ever helped.
Absolutely.
And I think we can, just judging by the fact, this is a 100% true story. Dare officer came to our school, talked to a bunch of people. During his talk, it came out in the class, because everyone was kind of joking about it, that the kid who sits in the corner, the stupid dumb jock, totally a drug dealer. Dare causes more drug use than it solves. Everyone in my school found out where you get to buy drugs from. That kid. It was incredible. Really quick announcements. People were asking, our next few conventions coming up, guys, and we have to take a drink for this because we're mentioning conventions. We will be, I will be at Megaplex. We, both, myself and Xander and Dragor, I think you'll be there for reality, FR?
Oh, hell yeah.
FR, and if you can make it, I know that's a tough one.
Some leaves came down.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get leave drink? And
It's not official. I don't know how official it is or not, but I totally leaned into them. I believe. Stay tuned for other announcements of other people that are going to be at For Reality.
Excellent.
I don't want to name their names, but
Yeah,
I know
no,
a couple
never
of
until
cool
it's signed.
folk are
Oh, Xander stood
going to
up.
be on their way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, drink my bitches.
You kissed your fox on the nose.
Aw.
Yeah.
Drink my bitches.
Drink, bitches.
But yeah, For Reality, I am doing Gen Con in, less than 2 weeks now? In less than 2 weeks' time, I will be in Indianapolis. If any of you are going to go there or thinking of going, get your tickets before they sell out. And if you want to have the reason that I credit for how I am able to and why I enjoy getting on stage, come try and play Nazcrag, either the regular tournament or the charity round. We've got very good modules this year. I need to run it for a group of people before Gen Con, so I'm fluent. So if any of you all need to be playtest dummies,
We might take you up on that in a few weeks. I
it
have
would be a
free time.
weeknight.
Oh, wait, hold on. I apologize.
Butterfly kiss.
I have free time exactly after my birthday.
With a moth.
Oh, Moth Monarch is here. Hello, Moth
Lit
Monarch.
moth. Oh,
Draw us art. Draw us art, little moth.
Draw!
Draw!
Or I'll crush you
I
God.
mean, this moth is clearly drawn to me.
with my dick.
Okay.
Xander.
What?
Honestly, I think a cum shot could kill a moth.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Anyway,
Protein
Anyway.
hey, I'm the first one that did it, I think.
gonna go in my
Hey, did
drink,
we
I
do,
just wanna-
what was the last, no, we did do a rule. We've got
I
10
need to
minutes
do-
to the next
oh,
rule.
oh,
Next
questions.
question. Yeah, I interrupted you specifically.
Where's
to
my
do announcements.
phone?
You dropped it.
Moth loves me.
This moth is very in love. He wants to be in the show.
I
Moth, you could be in the show.
request-
Come on.
Back about the night.
Please, came back. He came back.
What?
Hold on.
While
Oh.
Xander looks for questions,
I have
what are the
questions.
liquor options over there that I may sample?
Liquor,
Um,
damn near killer.
There's
Oh, wait.
bourbon and then an assortment of Glenmorangies.
Fucking charcoal. Hey, I have
Hatter.
this exact thing.
Yeah.
Hatter the bear.
Hello.
Knocked out
Hatter.
one of them. Actually, there's two of them knocked out. The
Hector
kid to
Hatter.
Ruben.
Hatter.
Your favorite
Oh.
is gone.
Could I actually try some of that Ballantines?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh, Oh,
Right now,
The Blantons. Okay.
I mean, it's pretty hot right now. I'm so bad.
It's pretty hot.
Right
So
now, I
like-
vote Republican for a Klondike bar.
Wow.
Don't you joke!
You know, in Illinois, it's okay.
It is. It's protected here. The rest
You're
of
right.
Chicago. I don't know, a heat wave big enough.
Dude, nothing will
Sudir, if you were trying to make something work, try again.
Has Illinois ever gone red?
I mean,
Oh,
with these heat indexes,
massive
they're pretty
failure.
solid purple these days.
Gone.
I mean, every
There's
state
a little
is purple.
Lasanta left,
I was making a heat map color joke.
Yeah, I
and
guess.
then there's the original.
Wait, what are those?
So what was the
They're
question?
little bottles of scotch.
Yeah,
What
those
would
are
you
little-
do for a Klondike bar, Alkali?
It's not what I wouldn't do. It depends on the Klondike bar, because recently somebody gave me a Klondike bar filled with mint ice cream
It's
with
not
a
as
chocolate.
good.
No, originals are still glorious. That milk chocolate shell, that smooth white chocolate, but a mint Klondike bar with cookie crumble chocolate covering it is to die for. Those things are
I
amazing.
have an answer for the question for the commercial.
There's a commercial. Okay, go
That was
for
the
it.
whole commercial.
What
would you do?
Oh, that's what would you do?
Klondike bar.
You're
I would
right.
say
I forgot.
I would suck someone's dick to non-completion.
You'd be bad at sex
Wait,
for a
no,
Klondike
no,
hold
he
bar.
on.
just
Would they
doesn't
answer
want it
the
in his-
question? I don't want the stuff in my mouth to enjoy the Klondike.
He doesn't
bar.
like salty caramel versions?
No. Listen, I can be enjoying the Klondike bar, and you can decorate my face, but like,
You can just
I
pretend it's a
want the
frozen
Klondike
Twinkie. There's
bar.
the cream surprise.
right?
Everyone-
Otherwise,
A
yeah.
thank you to somebody. Hello and thank you, Mama T. It's so good to have you here.
Yeah.
Hi, Mama T.
Do you think any cake decorators like write their names with their jizz socks?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, I was just checking.
How do you think they get good at the baster thing?
adult cakes.
There's something.
Yeah.
There's probably something like that around Madison.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Right?
What if you were dating a cake decorator? Do you think as he finishes, he just writes "thank you" on your chest with his?
You know, I'm not really good for the
Does he
new
have different
all ages
tips?
furry.
Yeah,
I'm just
different
not good
tips.
for
There you
it.
Kink? Wait, what?
He's got different tips for.
Holy shit, Miko!
Different tips.
How did you do that? I'm not circumcised.
Oh my god.
Holy shit,
Hold
Miko!
on.
That's
here's,
brilliant.
Here's the horse cake decoration. It just like blows it off the fucking table.
Let's ice the sheet cake now.
Do you
Holy
think
fuck.
the kinky cake decorators hook up with the kinky life drawing subjects? Okay, you have to stay really still. This is going to take me about 3 rounds.
You ever see UHF where you have to drink from the fire hose?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit,
Alright,
Xander.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
keep
sorry.
dragging this down. Xander,
That
are
was
you pent
great.
up?
Hold on. Speaking of it,
Blue ball.
I think it's
Not to
time.
mention that's a kid. Okay.
Because
fuck.
we have 5 minutes before the next rule. Nope. We have 5 minutes before the next rule. We've been trying to do it. Guys, a huge shout out to Furry Mystery Box. If you don't see it,
Yeah.
they are Ringtail Cafe. They are at most conventions, and at their table in the dealer's den, they sell Furry Mystery Box, which they gave us an adult version of. Shall we?
Did they?
All right.
This is the adult Furry Mystery Box.
They knew better. They're like,
Drinking.
they're like, oh,
guy.
they're gonna talk about drinking from the fire hose before we open this box.
The adult Furry Mystery Box. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to open it over here, pass it around the circle. You will remove one item and talk about it. We'll start over there.
Okay.
Remove one item and talk about
Wait,
it.
he's trying to refill. Give it this
Yeah.
way.
Oh, sorry, I
Yeah,
did
go the
just
other way.
realize
Go
what you were
back
doing.
towards him.
Furry
Yeah,
Mystery
refill
Box.
to drink.
Furry mystery box.
We're gonna
One
look-
item only. Thank you very much, Ringtail Cafe, who gave us this.
Oh
Guys,
no!
once again,
Hold on,
Ringtail
hold on.
Wait. Do you want a thing or no?
It's just a human head. I'm sorry, guys.
Wait. I'm
God
sorry.
damn
wait.
Tyro had the same idea
What's
at the
in the
same time.
box?
All right, you gonna do it, Xander?
Who's here? Go ahead.
No, you be Brad Pitt.
No, I don't
Yeah,
know the
be
actress's name.
I don't care what his name is. Brad Pitt's the one that goes, "What's in the box?
What's in the
box?"
box?
Yeah.
Titanic.
Titanic.
Half
Titanic
of
speed
Titanic.
run.
Wait.
You're gonna have to change your tax filing.
Just take an item out of the box.
All right, I'm not doing that one.
No, you
I'm gonna-
look. You don't look. Take an
it's a
item.
mystery.
I don't know what
box.
this is. I just didn't want the thing that was obvious.
Oh, those
Oh,
are
I'm
the
taking
that thing.
guys.
Oh,
You
dear.
can leave me at Xander an item.
Hold on. By adult, okay. So here's the weird thing about America: we can talk about anything we want. We just can't show you it.
True. He's
No,
right.
I'm
No,
serious.
he's right.
No, I'm serious.
We had to learn a lot of rules to
No,
stream.
yeah. We can. We have porn. I'm sure. Like in our hands. Do we or no? What?
Sorry, I'm gonna read through this. You all do other stuff. I need to
this the
find out if
adult
there's a
box or
good
no?
line in
I
here.
think.
That's fair enough. I'm gonna
might
go
not be.
first here and
Yeah.
say Merry Christmas because I ruined your pillowcase. You get this one now.
Pillowcase. Hold on.
A
Let's open this shit up.
Foxamore body pillow.
Yes.
What? No, it's
course.
it's just a fox, I think.
Well, it's Foxamore now.
If it's a fox, it's a Foxamore.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we got the real one too. So.
You know, just careful about what you show on camera and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I'm
I said.
looking
Yeah,
for
let's
the
go
dick.
below the fold.
Nope. No, it's clean.
No, it's
It's clean. It's clean.
It's self-censoring.
Yeah, guys.
Yes, there
there's
you
no
go.
boob. There's no nipples or
Sorry.
genitalia
Sorry.
in this.
Yeah, there's some tasteful side boob. It's all good.
Apparently, there's a Foxamore body pillow. All right, what do you got?
I have a little acrylic art stand.
Ooh, that's nice.
I've got a
My beer.
And you have a body pillow. You can totally
I
use
do
that.
have a
That's what I'm
body
saying.
pillow.
Remember, I put his thing through the dryer on accident and I ruined it. So
That-
now he has another one.
That's right. I forgot
You
that
now don't
happened.
have a choice. That's confusing.
All right, so I will be sleeping with a fox body pillow from now on.
Foxamore gender swap, apparently.
We have a surprised female fox. That's disturbingly scary.
Do it for the box.
There is, and this is very cool. Thank you so much. This is near and dear to my heart. There's people advertising their channels in here. That's very cool. Thank you so much. We have a alien unicorn with its mouth open. We all know what's going to happen there.
Yep.
A dragon holding a treasure chest, labeled on the back with Furry Mystery Box. He's protecting the Furry Mystery Box.
You didn't do a very good job.
All right.
Yeah, we got to the
He
treasure
did not do a very good job.
Sticker.
We have a necrophilia sticker. I only say that because
You're
there
lying.
are skeletal hands on the boobs. Skeletal hands on the boobs. Necro
Wow.
sticker. All
Yeah,
right.
that's totally, yeah.
Look. Skeletons need feels too. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Oh,
Just because you're dead doesn't mean you can't grab
Alkali,
boobs.
Yes.
Okay?
note.
say again.
Take note. Uncle Kage wants a Dakimura for Christmas.
All right.
Dakimakura.
Oh, Kage, you're not going to like what I send to you this year. We have a wonderful female mouse, a card for Furryality, which we will be at. I can't wait to go back. Oh my God.
Drink for mention of Khan.
Oh, mention of Khan.
Yes. Right.
Oh, guys, would you like an alkali Dakimakura?
No, you would not.
Yes, you would. You want to cuddle with
No,
alkali
we should make a
at night?
Xander run, but with a top
Hold
hat.
on. To make it accurate, you fill your Dakimakura with lava. Because it will make you like 300 degrees at night if you cuddle it with it at any point whatsoever. You are a goddamn heater!
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I am.
When have you ever complained about the heat?
Fuck you.
A deck of cards with amazing art, 2 stickers with amazing art, a bookmark with amazingly sexy art,
Whoa.
Thank
stickers, the world after the soldier with amazingly sexy art.
Phone baby.
What else we have over here? Who grabbed
I
what?
got a set of buttons. They're all
Ooh.
pretty cool.
This is
These out. I
really
think there's
neat.
enough for everyone.
Thank you, Furry
Just hand
Mystery
these out.
Box.
I'll just hand these out. Here's your button.
There you go.
Ooh,
Alkimakura.
doggy with a cute hat.
Alkimakura.
No.
Alkimakura.
It's filled with booze.
Alkimakura. Oh my
Sexy.
God! You can drink it at night
That's
and
for
go
you.
to sleep, and then you wake up with a hangover.
And a sore butt.
too.
What?
And
Ooh,
it's
that's for
sore
you.
butt. It reaches around.
It
Wait.
does. Okay,
I'll
I
take
have
the
a game we're
everything,
playing.
It's a sneaky pillow.
I have a game we're playing.
What do you got?
We have so this is the adult box, and this
have a button
is a
now.
collection of short stories in the adult box
We have
called
buttons,
Strange
too.
New Horizons.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm gonna read a quote from these different stories by different people out of context, and you all are going to explain what's going on.
Okay.
So if you all have something, we'll go around. We are going to start with.
Thank you for reality.
Thank you
Yes.
for
And
reality.
Ringtail Cafe.
Yeah, Ringtail Cafe.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's a couple of characters talking, and we're gonna go with.
Oh, they're fucking.
I'm not hurt. I can still feel my tail. Another person, can you dig your way in? Asked Jim.
So what they're talking about right here is when a furry loves another furry who's into certain things, that other furry puts them into a wood chipper. But you never put the tail in because you need the tail to hold them back a little bit so the tail comes out. And then they're in the mulch and you put them in the field and they just kind of dig down and they become a beautiful flower. Hence the starting for Undertale. I've solved Undertale!
Yeah, but you never finished it.
Excuse me, you are right that I never finished it. However, we all got super fizzy cherry cola one night and watched the live play of the second half of Undertale because I could not bring myself to do what you need to do for the evil playthrough. Legitimately couldn't do it.
Okay.
I couldn't do it.
Ah, friend.
What do
You
you
still haven't
Spider,
seen
right
it,
here.
though.
Ooh, you okay?
To
Okay.
be fair,
Wait, all right, no, sorry, I'm doing this to get over this. This next one is by Sarathan. Hey, Sarathan.
Hey, Sarathan.
This story is called Delaying the Consequences, and the following line...
it's like every night for me. All right, go ahead.
The line is, from Delaying the Consequences, it was his corpse.
I'm not answering this.
It was his corpse.
So
Hold
I
on.
don't
Hold on.
want to go and like release enough information about Sarathan and the things that I've read of his, which are pretty good, and I like him a lot. But no, I can't say anything.
Okay, and then the last one...
Hold on.
Oh, do you
What
have
Andrew's
something?
got one?
Going to town, and then it's my corpse. Whoops.
Whoops!
Oh, that's
like
a
Life
Doctor
is-
Who plot line.
Or Life is Strange.
You would know more
maybe?
than me.
What did you say?
I said Life is Strange, maybe.
Ooh. Drag our last one
All
before
right,
new rules.
The
Drag
last
our-
one,
Face.
this one is called B-Movie by Reed Minich, or Minnick. I don't know who this person is.
Beanie,
This
good
is
one.
the most racy. The wolf pointed his missiles downward and took aim at the monster as it crept towards Bunny.
I think
Its
we
long,
all-
slimy tentacles twisted against Bunny's thighs and worked their way upward.
You know what, Dragor? Sometimes I don't understand you. We sat down for 5 minutes before this and we said, let's not talk anything political, and yet you bring up Russia. Great job.
Really?
Russia's sneaky tendrils?
I was going with, and then the tentacles form a mouth and speak the words. Do you like jazz?
Great job. Dragor, I believe you're the non-poll who's got the next question. I'm sorry, the next King's Rule. Once again, Patreon, highest level. King's Rules, if you want to make us drink weird things during firesides, that's where they come in.
If
Dragor?
there is an X marker in place, do I just get to pick?
I have no idea how Xander wrote any of these.
Xander, before I share this, do I just get to pick someone?
I'm trying to retrieve myself right now. Boozy.
No, don't read it. I'm reading it. What does that X mean?
Oh, those are
Alpha
names.
and Xander.
Oh, I understand the shorthand now.
understand now?
All right,
Yes.
Boozy's rule, and I'm going to
drunk.
amend this.
Thank you,
Everyone must refer to Xander as Cotton Candy Love Sponge.
Okay.
Hey guys, here's a fun thing.
What's up, Cotton Candy
drunk.
Love
I'm very
Sponge?
drunk right now on
Good.
on less booze.
Yeah,
because-
because we're sweating and we
because of
haven't
fizzy
drank in
cherry
a while.
cola.
Yeah.
No, this is a heat thing. By the way, this is what percent? 5%?
Low.
Yeah.
Those are very low.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
you.
So
Go ahead.
I'm going to call you CC, or wait, what was it? Cotton Candy Love Sponge?
CCLS.
CCLS, just like LSP, except CCLS.
I like that.
You know what's funny about that? I want to make a T-shirt with me and Alice me. Maybe Alkali too. Where it's fizzy cherry cola is FCC. So one of them is one of the
Oh my god!
one of the M&M lines is FCC won't let me be.
FCC won't let me be.
I
Yeah,
want-
Eric
I know.
Idle has the Fuck the
I want
FCC song.
Yes.
I want our heads with just the things FCC won't let me be.
Okay, but now I'm also gonna plaster your head on that video of the fox dancing to Eminem.
Yeah, that's fair.
Miko-
Fun baby, drink.
And that's happened a few times, so you have to like do a shot. Anyway,
So kids, Here's the fun thing: when things get legal, your booze tolerance goes down too. Go ahead.
It does. Yeah, don't get twisted unless you know what you're doing or are willing to pray to the porcelain god.
Okay.
When you say CCLS, if you say it really fast, CCLS, it kind of sounds like Cialis, so you're the dick drug now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the second-hand. What's the first dick drug?
He's right. Cialis came second.
What,
Viagra?
Cialis
Viagra.
is the
Viagra,
knockoff.
No, it's a different chemical.
Yeah, different chemical entirely.
We're watching
that
the
how
chat.
that
I'm
works?
just listening to this insanity.
So Cialis is a different chemical, which has
Yeah.
the same. So that's how they got
well,
around
yeah.
They
it.
both lower your blood
No.
pressure and make it easier to pop a boner.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god.
Yeah, because
Thank you, Dragor.
like the way they found Viagra was they needed a heart medication, and it turns out it gave you pretty rock hard boners.
Yeah.
So, what do you think they decided to market instead of it being a good heart medication?
They solved the problem.
They solved the problem.
How much was it strictly psychological where millions of men were told, okay, on this pill you don't have to be afraid of dying during sex, and just immediately in the doctor's office, boy.
Boing.
It's funny because I've walked around with high blood pressure my entire life, and I've walked around with a spear in my pants. So I don't know how that works. So apparently it wasn't that high.
Anyway.
No.
Anyway.
Hold on.
Wait. I like Tyro's suggestion. We're going to pivot this. Drag It MD recommendations for common afflictions. And no,
Alright.
you
Random
can't say
boners.
fizzy cherry cola.
Because I had random boners. That's what I was alluding
Yeah, that's
to.
cool.
I do not recommend what I am about to describe. Do
None
not
of us.
do this.
No one should do this. This
None
is
of us are
Drag It
doctors.
recommendations
No.
for common afflictions.
Drink.
Yep.
So, yes, what you just said. Oh, status.
Thank you, Status. I'm glad someone enjoys us.
Status,
I'm
that's
sorry.
funny. This was a random cure that I found with the common cold. I was hanging out with friends. I had a cold. I was not hanging out with them. When I got there, I was feeling significantly worse.
I'm worried about your scientific method already.
My
Go
scientific
on.
method is horrid. Do not do this. I don't know what I'm doing. I got roaring drunk in the middle of February. This is before First Squared exists. With a bunch of friends. And they said, hey, you know what would be fun? Let's go outside and play hockey.
Convention.
Yep.
Shit. Good call.
Wait, which one?
He said first square.
I
Don't
said-
forget to
Called it.
acknowledge the fox.
Oh, I know. I
Gotta
kissed him.
acknowledge
I gave him a kiss before I drank
I'll
him.
be right back. I'm going to make us marketable.
Oh, what?
He stood up.
He stood
I
up.
don't mean to interrupt the story. What is this fox thing? I wasn't around.
Oh, you weren't around.
Rule. You have, instead of the little man, you have to acknowledge the little fox and then vor him anyway. Or her, or they, neutral.
They,
Yeah,
You have to
or-
vor them anyway.
But I don't care about people swallowing me. No.
Wow!
Wow,
Hashtag
best
late
line
stage
ever, yeah.
capitalism.
I just
I don't
realized
care
that
about
I
anyone
finally have
swallowing
somebody to. I did not mean any offense to you in particular.
Everyone taller than me is a tall bastard, so hi, good to know you. That's a term of endearment.
So what you're saying
No,
is
that's okay.
everyone's
My
a
sister
tall
was
bastard.
born out of wedlock anyway.
Awesome.
So the rest of your story, or whatever.
So, I went over to a friend's house and they
Sue,
decided
thank
let's
you,
play
Sue.
hockey. Oh, Sue, you're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart.
You
Thank
only
you.
paid $14.99 for copay?
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I want that copay.
Well, they decided they want to play hockey. I have never played hockey. I don't know how to skate. So they said, Alkali, they used my real name, but I'm not going to. Why don't you come play anyway and just play in your shoes? So I fell down a lot. But before I did that, I got so drunk that I couldn't.
It goes on here now.
He's gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna
Well,
die.
careful, do the front. Xander, be careful, don't tear the seat. Okay,
Sorry.
fine, this is happening now.
You did. I'm sorry, hon. There! We did it!
Can you get it a little on more? Just briefly.
Here,
Just get it on. Oh, wait, these are going on top. How? Here, let me hold this.
I didn't mean to make him stop talking!
No, this works. This is freaking adorable. Oh my gosh. You are
amazing.
you are now the Duke of the Library.
Who the
Go.
hell are you kidding? I'm Cousin It from Adam's Family. So there I was with my friends, drunk as shit, and they had me go outside and I learned something.
All right, you can take that. Wait,
We're
wait, wait.
drunk.
All right, I have your glasses.
Oh, it's so bright out.
Would have been better to just have like a disembodied mouth with the head right beneath it.
I have an idea for a comp, but I need hairstyles.
I don't know what you... I heard the word con. If you get drunk, what's something you don't notice anymore? The cold.
Incorrect.
No, not for...
Absolutely.
I'm
That
sorry.
is not universal.
No, it's not universal at all. But I am very good at dealing with the cold when I'm sober, so when I'm drunk, I don't notice the cold. You are very good at dealing with the warm? Can I assume
No, I'm
that...
not good at dealing with anything.
Oh. Thank you,
Hashtag quick
Shuka.
medical thing for people that know. While you can ignore the cold while drunk, the actual thinning of your blood from alcohol makes you more at risk of hypothermia.
Yes.
Please
Oh,
don't
yeah.
be fucking stupid.
He is 100% correct. I was fucking stupid. However,
Don't do that.
that night... Yeah, shut up. Fuck you. That night, I was so drunk, hanging out outside in the snow, playing hockey in gym shoes and falling down on the ice. I got so cold, I killed the cold. The cold needs your body temperature to survive. I'm fairly certain that my body temperature dropped to the point where I killed it. I woke up the next morning feeling like $1 million.
Do you want to know the actual reason why people feel better from drinking?
Sure.
While under a cold.
Yeah.
So, two things. One, as you get drunk, you do
Thank you,
ignore
charcoal.
those physiological things. So it still
Agreed.
sucks while having a cold, but you're distracted and drunk. Great.
Thank you,
The other
Roger.
part is
Thank
people
you.
tend to
Thank you,
pass out and sleep 12 plus hours the day after, and that's why they think it works. If you just go the fuck to bed, you will wake up better. That's why Nyquil works. It makes you pass the fuck out.
NyQuil doesn't work. NyQuil gives you the worst hangover ever.
Are you drinking water with NyQuil? It's the same rules as booze.
Oh. I've been doing NyQuil wrong my entire
You
life.
don't just drink the NyQuil eggnog, you idiot.
Hold on.
But it's festive! It comes in red and green!
Here's me last night,
You
okay?
also don't drink the entire bottle.
Red and green!
The one bottle is not one dose, you ass.
I also don't know what is red and what is green because neither of those apply to either of those beverages.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were colorblind.
You know, I was going to make a joke about I thought maybe alkali was, but I'm going to leave that one.
Imagine alkali is me. This is what I have at night.
Don't mix NyQuil and alcohol. Please don't. It's
Wait, are you him in this scenario?
Yes. And he's like,
Hold that now.
I
and
don't
he's like,
remember
I'm
doing
waiting
that.
for the sleeping pills to kick in.
Oh yeah, that sounds about
This
right.
is what I deal
Yeah.
with till 4 a.m.
Benny and everyone else, do not mix NyQuil and alcohol
Oh,
because it has
also-
Tylenol in it and it will destroy your liver.
Hi, Benny.
yes.
Well, also that. Yeah, no.
Test.
Yeah, don't be stupid. Look up your drug contraindictions or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Literally,
Also,
if it
Benny,
says-
hi. Wait, really quick. Benny, you hear this? I hope you are the boss, Bruce Springsteen fan. Benny plays sax, and no one has done a Bruce Springsteen song on stage yet. I need this to happen.
Benny, fix that.
Yay!
So if a medication you are taking says acetaminophen or paracetamol,
Yes.
do not drink alcohol. Period.
Correct.
Done. End of story. Unless you want to destroy your liver,
Yeah.
which you don't want to do.
No, you really
no,
don't, because
don't
then
do
you have
that.
to stop drinking. One of my
You don't
biggest...
know what I like.
What the fuck?
I'll be honest here.
Don't disregard.
Funny.
No. One of the lovely things are, well, I mean, honestly, you shouldn't trust authority anyway. But one of the lovely things about the government is that, like, you can't trust what's just out there. Acetaminophen, if you have too much of that, that can really fuck you up.
Oh, yeah.
Be careful about that shit. You really do. Advil, it's an Advil, right?
No.
Advil
So what
is
they said.
ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen will hurt your stomach lining. You can take it while drinking. We have a different story for that of when I took a standard military dose and then went out on Black Wednesday.
Oh my god.
Biggest blackout I've ever had in my
I'm
life.
sure
Story
it
for another
was.
time. So you'll get gut rot, but you're fine. But what everyone else is saying, Tylenol, acetaminophen. What's the Oxy has acetaminophen, and the other one? Do not drink on that. That's how you basically Heath Ledger. So don't.
Sue!
Wait, what did he say? What does he say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Status, I do not believe that we got invited to Tiny Paws this year. I'm so sorry. So
Yeah, sorry.
no. Black Wednesday
okay,
is a
great
very
time.
famous day. By the way, we need to do this.
Not Black Wednesday, Blackout Wednesday.
Blackout Wednesday is a very famous day. Blackout Wednesday is the day before Thanksgiving, where all the college students are home. So it is very well known as a day that people go out and get drunk.
It's not just the college. Wait. Have
It's
you
not
ever done
just
a
the
Blackout Wednesday in Chicago?
No, I prefer to do my drinking at home.
No.
Smart
All right.
man.
TLDR. It's not just the college people coming home. I did this in Boys Town. And the reason in Boys Town it's off the fucking hook is it's all of the queer
drink that.
people that are out that are going
water.
and being exceptionally queer before they go back in the closet for Thanksgiving and or have the family arguments. That was the first and only time I was in a bar and multiple times bumped into people who were sitting there in a crowded standing room only bar with a portable mirror and a bunch of lines, and if you bump into them they go, want to join?
Oh,
Not so coincidental fact, Thanksgiving is one of the busiest days you will ever work at a movie theater.
really?
It's Christmas Day.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Explain.
Christmas,
No one's talking?
Christmas, you get gifts. Christmas, you get drunk. Thanksgiving, you can drink wine.
Huh.
Everybody else has to deal with their families. Or not, and everybody goes to a movie.
Fine. Exactly.
No, drink water.
I used to work at an EB Games that became a GameStop
mind grabbing me
at
one,
the same areas of theater and everything.
Two
so
water,
it always gets
Sander.
slammed during the holidays. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
From the
I
fridge,
meant one
or
of
the
the
cooler.
fizzy waters.
Theaters and
You can just grab the one
hospitals.
that's in alcohol.
Oh, well, he grabbed that for alkali.
Here you go.
okay.
Nope. No, we didn't.
Ah.
There you go.
Perfect. Yay.
No, Thanksgiving is a good time. I've heard.
Yes, it's also the biggest drinking day of the year, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Really quick, since Onyx is asking about tramadol and drinking, don't actually take your drinking advice from us. Go confirm everything we say. But seriously, drinking and Tylenol, don't do it.
Yeah, also
drinking
I
and an
can-
opioid, don't do it. Tramadol,
Tramadol, I can actually attest from somebody that we both know.
Oh.
Don't do
Don't
it.
do that.
right. Don't do that.
All right.
Definitely
Xander.
don't do that.
Here we go. Second to last rule goes to Xander. What do you got?
I have Tyro.
Thank you, Tyro.
Revenge is sweet.
I know it.
When you have to drink, you can pick someone else to drink with.
Status,
All right.
according
So
to my
I'm
watch,
ready.
95.
Oh my God, it's 95 out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
need
better
and
than it
humid,
was saying.
too. Oh
it
my
wa-
God.
It was saying it was going to be 100, but I'm sure the heat index is like at least
Yeah,
105.
heat index has to be that high.
It's so humid.
The breeze
It
is
is.
helping when it comes by.
Oh
Where's
yeah.
Where's my
Can we take a moment
Now-
to
now the sun's ducked behind the
let's
clouds.
gaze
Squad.
because so I'm a scout. I'm an outdoorsy person.
Oh,
Uh,
whenever you drink, you
I
can
live
make
in
somebody else
Chicago,
drink.
and every time I go
Drink.
downtown,
I got up.
All
I
right,
always
gotta drink.
marvel
You gotta-
at the lakefront,
yeah.
the skyline, and right now, precursor to the storm coming in, not only look at the big clouds,
Oh.
take 5 seconds to look how fast they're moving right now.
Shit.
Yeah, it's
We're
going
still good. No, we're still good. We've got time, but
They
yeah,
are
it's coming.
cruising.
So guys,
It's a coming.
I have questions to go through. Two more.
There was someone who asked
Happy
what
birthday,
the
Till you're dead.
heat index is. It is 105.
That is
Nailed
at
it.
a different station. It is guaranteed not 105 right here.
That is
Well,
Evergreen
that's the-
Park.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's the midway station, so
Is it adjusted?
I mean, it's pretty
it's-
close to us.
but it's
like,
going to be hotter because of more blacktop
What?
in the area.
because of what?
More blacktop. That's genuinely a thing.
Blacktop. Gotcha.
What did you think? You know what? Don't
Ah,
say what
nope.
you think.
Oh,
I
like,
said.
what?
Hey, none of us have referred to this dragon as Cialis in a while, so oops.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cialis now.
Cialis.
All right,
Cialis.
more questions. Erner, your favorite president is the star.
Going straight to the bowels.
Where are you going, Erner? Your favorite president is the star of a new biographical film.
The person who happens to be your favorite president is now starring in a biographical film.
But the producers demand to spice it up with more sex appeal to hook younger viewers.
In other words, one of-
Sexy Obama, I got it.
Sexy
All right.
Obama, got it.
how would you spice
Oh.
up
Stood up. Everyone drink.
a sexy
Hold on.
Obama biographic?
Obama was just like the status quo but sexy, so it kind of works.
So is he just still gonna fuck the lower class?
That's the trickle-down effect.
That's the water sports sector.
No, thank you, Shukin.
All right. How do you make your favorite commander-in-chief America's king in the sheets?
Don't
I
need-
mean, just cast Obama.
Yeah,
There
we
you
don't
go.
need to do anything. Just get Obama in there.
Yeah,
He's
there you
got
go. All done.
Did you see?
Sponsored by Cards Against Humanity. He gets the honorary biggest, blackest dick.
Yes.
God damn it, Dragor!
Suddenly off becomes the most
Holy shit, we have
hold on.
73 people watching.
Hey guys, 73.
Thanks, guys.
Suddenly off becomes the most popular program on Steam.
Oh my god.
Obama Fuckfest. It's just his mansion with
Did you all see? There was some Twitter thing where someone posted some comment of, yeah, fucking, like, notable figures or what have you is the best way to get ahead in life. And genuinely fucking Monica Lewinsky responds, didn't work out so great for me.
No. That is a Twitter account everyone should follow.
Is that
she is
actually
a
hers?
genuinely fun person.
Yes.
No.
She got the, young me didn't understand why she got the worst deal out of the whole thing, and I really, that was regrettable.
The interview on John Oliver with her was
Thank
fantastic.
you. That's where I found
Was
her.
this recent?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, for real. I saw Monica Lewinsky's TED Talk. You should go watch it. It's actually very informative.
She's a clever person. She's great on Twitter. She's genuinely seems to be a very nice person. Dude, she went to, this is what, it was, I think it was on John Oliver, correct me if I'm wrong. The party that she went to, was that on John? Or did I watch that on, so she went to a party, just friends. The party theme was pop icons of the 90s. And she just went in there with a specifically colored dress.
Oh!
Just with her friends. No, that alone. And don't get me wrong. What she went through
the dress?
was not okay. No, but it was the same color.
That's probably...
No, that's at the laundromat still. They just can't get the stain out. So, no, it was... She's a really nice person, and what she went through wasn't okay.
No.
Let's be perfectly clear,
that's a
by
very-
the way, I'm not on this, none of us are, but every once in a while people are like, ooh, they should be held to a higher standard. People have hormones in brains and genitals. I don't care what position you are, those win out sometimes.
Yeah.
If it's consensual, which it was immoral, do the marriage thing, and
Yeah.
the power structure thing, obviously.
Yep.
But technically, who's in my business of where
Oh
a
my
cigar
god,
goes?
we're still talking about blowjob politics in 2019.
Oh,
I mean,
Seriously, what the fuck?
Honestly, we do need to have more discussions of them. Blowjobs are fine if consensual. End of discussion.
Yes.
Yes.
But the other big issue with it is everyone called it the Lewinsky scandal. No, it was Clinton. It's the Clinton scandal.
Correct.
Yes.
I think they were just trying to
It just
hold that
doesn't
name.
roll off the tongue as well.
Lewinsky? I say this as a semi-Polish person.
Maybe it was the...
Well,
wait.
then
Maybe
there
it was...
you go. That's why it's...
What, did this hit first in the Chicago South Side and you just have a bunch of hardcore Chicagoans? Ah, that Lewinsky.
Yeah. Hold on. Boozy, was your first line in my chat, did somebody say blowjob?
Yeah?
Good to see you, Boozy.
Boozy
Boozy.
getting yelled at by the fucking bot.
Oh, hold on. We have a bot in our chat? Awesome.
People spamming caps.
Oh, okay. Uh-oh. That thing's going to yell at me a lot. I basically talk in caps.
One of my favorite Twitter accounts is all caps because I just assume that's him all the time.
Which one? Not a wolf?
No,
I was gonna think Not a Wolf,
He's
yeah.
a weird wrestler called Oni, and he
Oh,
does
yeah.
his name is Oney, and it's like all of his tweets. Oni cartoons, yay!
Let's see if you remember the quote.
What?
I subscribe to Irish Monthly, the only all-caps media presentation. Furry Rock.
I'm
Check out
serious.
the-
I think Oni is like all caps all the time.
It's pretty accurate.
It's great.
Thank you, Sue! Wait. Someone, please. Xander,
Hold on.
this. Come for the Mars hotboxing, stay for the consensual blowjob.
Sue, I need you to give me permission to use that. We need a new commercial for all of the furry websites. I think Come for the Mars hotboxing, stay for the consensual blowjobs is the perfect theme for the Dragon Show.
I'm having PTSD right now to where the teachers would just hold up their hand and wait for you to be quiet as Xander's sitting there holding his finger up. I understand what you're doing, but I definitely was like, did they just flash the lights at me?
Yep.
That's
there you
funny.
go. You have permission.
So
There we go.
Oni
This is happening.
is at _started. @_Star Destroyer, and all his tweets are in caps.
What the fuck?
And he says, top 5 guys I want to fight. Triple H, Vince McMahon, Eric Bischoff, Paul Heyman. Mind you, this guy works for WWE, so he's talking about his bosses.
I want to fight all my bosses.
Yeah.
I wish I worked in a company that I could say that. I want to fight every one of my bosses. And just come out and say that.
I want to tag team with my boss for the first time ever.
Wait, like sexually or
No!
just wrestling? Okay.
You fuck. Alkali drink.
Sold.
Guys, seriously, wrestling got popular on the populist fantasy. Like, beating your ass's boss and drinking beer. That was Stone Cold in a nutshell.
Is that really the Attitude Era?
Yes!
Holy shit.
Like, seriously, it's like...
I am
beating your boss
retroactively
up.
understanding the capitalist tendencies of the audiences in wrestling.
Yeah.
But now.
Vince McMahon leaned into his evil role.
He really
and basically, Stone Cold was like the man, like the common man, beating up his boss and having beer. And everyone's like, yeah! So
Do you have one more question?
That's history. That's history. That's wrestling history in a nutshell. That's why it got so popular. All right, here we go.
Answer earners, we did with Obama.
Favorite president.
Obama's
Wait.
collective
Obama
answers.
Fuckfest.
Wait, we still have a good amount of time. I want to hear from some other people.
Yes.
How would you spice up? Let's just open. It doesn't have to be your favorite, but pick a president you find interesting or perhaps boring. How would you spice up their biography? So, like, obviously it was Truman who got stuck in the bathtub. That totally was
I
on
got
purpose.
it.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
it. Yeah.
You Xander has another
Look.
one.
Look, if you're a fucking lefty bastard like me,
Continue.
you love the guy in the wheelchair.
Oh, Roosevelt.
Yeah.
That's where I was going.
Wow, your most defining characteristic of one of the most influential Democratic and Socialist
God.
persons, asterisk, not all good, was the guy in the wheelchair.
The guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah. So what?
I mean, it was enough for them to make a visual novel video game out of.
Yes.
Not
which one?
particularly about him, but about
Okay, but how would you spice it
Was
up?
there
What
an
are you spicing up about the president in the wheelchair?
FDR has to go total steampunk. Steampunk fucker. Like, he's gonna have a top hat that just exhales steam and just...
So you want the amazing screw-on head,
Yes.
but
So you want
but
like an Artemis
in the
Lovelace
40s.
Yes.
president, yes.
FDR is your
Dude,
steampunk...
that is one of my
Pimp
biggest
Daddy.
guilty pleasures.
Yes.
I love that movie.
Found it. FDR,
Is your-
steampunk pimp daddy.
Yes.
I mean,
Okay, that's legit.
We already have Abe Lincoln, Vampire Hunter.
Yeah!
true facts.
I can have sidekick FDR steampunk pimp daddy.
God
I mean,
damn it,
come
Sudhir.
on! It would be a great, like just random every once in a while.
Let's
Instead
tie
of
it
a cane,
together,
give him
'cause
like
they're
a
talking
brass
about-
sight glass.
They're talking about FDR being in a tank, and as of the latest Motor City Dungeons and Dragons, Boozy in the tank showed up. What if it's FDR in the tank going forward?
And
So
those-
I am
yeah.
genuinely curious because I've never heard about this. Erner mentions a movie called FDR American Badass and says it already exists.
Oh,
I feel like I need to check this out now.
If it uses
Lincoln
Kid
versus
Rock's
Zombies
American
was fun.
Badass, I don't know if I'm going to be sad or happy.
As somebody who existed during that era, I think you should be mildly entertained but not pleased with yourself.
Yes.
That describes so much of my life. Mildly entertained, but not
Please with
pleased.
yourself.
I also like Tyro's. All I think of as I hear the wheelchair guy is Dr. Strangelove. Mein Führer, I can walk!
All right, so this is the.
Oh my God, there's
the
he's got it.
cover.
Okay, everyone needs to see the cover of FDR American Badass.
It's real.
Is it Mega FDR?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Steampunk FDR.
Steampunk
I
FDR,
need to know
American
if this
Badass.
is like a B-movie or a Bollywood movie.
Who
because
cares?
this-
I'm watching.
Wait. This is like someone playing the original Wolfenstein and going, "Fuck that! Why does
All right.
Hitler get the mecha
We
robot
need to
with dual
FCC
machine
and watch
guns?"
this movie.
I'm in.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
Okay,
That
really
movie
quick,
brought to
excuse
you
me.
by FCC.
Also, I'm very happy with our new our new thing.
Yes.
FCC is
I
good.
do
Yes,
love
I
that.
love the FCC.
I
FCC
love
won't let me
that
be.
the genre that Google puts that movie under
What's
is
this?
werewolf fiction / action.
So
That's
wait,
a
every,
specific-
Wait, what?
every
It's a category?
presidential badass is a werewolf or vampire slayer. Is that what I'm getting?
So-
Yeah,
The description is FDR contracts polio from a werewolf bite.
Oh
but
my
he
God.
still ends the Great Depression and Prohibition. When World War II breaks out, he teams up with other historical figures to fight the Nazis with his wheelchair of death.
Even.
We're watching this.
Yeah,
How long
it's-
is it? Look up how long it is.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
it
in
is an
full.
hour and a half.
Guys,
this is happening.
Darkstalkers, President's Addiction. President's Edition.
Addiction.
Addiction.
What is Darkstalker?
We have a red car.
It's
Everyone
a
take a
fighting-
drink. Thank you, Elex.
Darkstalkers is a fighting game.
All right, I
where
can't watch this movie in good faith now,
mythological
though.
creatures fight each other.
Alright.
So like
Kevin
werewolf,
Sorbo
Oh,
plays
Kevin
American.
Sorbo.
He
Dracula.
plays Abraham Lincoln.
Xander just said this the president's edition of what is it?
Darkstalkers.
Darkstalker. So mythological creatures fight each other. The Republican edition stars Obama's birth certificate.
Oh my God.
That's what comes up for Jeddah when he does his special. There's a big
Oh yeah,
blood
there's a big contract, and then he
That's
throws the guy against it,
Yeah.
and there's a big boat
That's
splatter.
Obama's birth certificate. Yeah, totally.
Xander, last question.
Oh shit. Real questions and not just bullshittery.
Oh, it's all bullshit.
Seraphim!
Hello,
Who actually
Seraphim.
writes things that actually have substance. You are the first to go to Mars, and you discover an ancient civilization there. This sounds familiar.
We're obsessed with Mars, but it's
Did
like
some-
the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 or something.
Is that what's
Yeah.
going on?
Or yeah,
Yep.
Like,
The
but
source code's online. You can go look at it
Yeah,
now.
No
right.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
That
Oh, I
language
thought
is
that was
really
really
weird.
cool.
Someone completely transcribed the entire books of source code
That
and
is-
put them online for people to look
That's
at.
fucking awesome.
That's
Yeah.
a bunch of
If
fucking
any of you
nerds.
go look at it and wonder how the fuck does this even parse or compile, they genuinely have multi-line things to make it more like math.
But about Mars,
Yes. So,
No,
you go to Mars and you discover the ancient civilization there. What is the one artifact that you find there, and what does it do? I would say it's Gary Sinise's fleshlight. And that's how you start the new human civilization. If you get that joke, I love you.
I do.
All right,
I
go
love it.
ahead. Driver.
Oh my God. Beanie.
I was gonna say the DeLorean.
There you go.
Guys,
Anyone
read
else?
that one.
You saw Mission to Mars as well?
Apollo
Long
11
time
War on
ago.
Drugs is the
Holy-
same
Wait,
age.
did you
That's
see the
crazy.
other shittier one?
Wait, was there an alternative?
There were two.
ending?
So, does everyone here understand that Hollywood, if a script is in development and people think it's going to be a big deal, there is a very similar movie released at the same time or about a year later that's right in parallel with it. So, like, the
Yeah.
biggest example was The Matrix, but right alongside it was the Christian Bale one.
The
He was the
13th
preacher.
floor.
No,
there's-
13th Floor was the third one. There were
but
three of them.
still,
The Gun Kata Christian Bale. So that was one.
yeah.
Equilibrium?
Equilibrium was
yeah.
kind of in that style.
Very much so.
Mission to Mars had a different movie that came out like maybe right around or before called Red Planet that had Carrie Ann Moss,
Reed Beaton.
Val Kilmer,
Yes.
and versus Red Planet, and fucking Oliver Platt, who's an
Really?
amazing character actor,
Yes.
is in it.
Yeah.
Red Planet is so much worse and so much better in so many ways.
Really?
My brother and I and my dad and a friend of my dad's went to go see this, and this movie was so dreadful that multiple people were caught snoring in the theater, and we started incorporating it into the movie with our banter to the screen. This is a movie where they land on the Red Planet. They have the robot going psycho, and it's a death by numbers. They have the Facebook social media, all of the astronauts checking their likes on their way to Mars for who is the most popular. And then they also had the third plot of, okay, people can breathe on Mars now.
That's not what you were doing.
no,
I'm done talking.
No. It wasn't about that at all. I had a thought, and I actually needed to go check it.
Oh,
Sorry,
drink?
everybody, drink.
I have a random thought, which is similar related, but seriously, I never heard of Oliver Platt, and they pushed him hardcore.
In the late
He
90s,
was
early 2000s.
wonderful.
He's amazing.
In the Three Musketeers movie.
Yes,
Yes.
he was.
That is a cool movie. Still, maybe.
Oliver Platt is one of the few shining moments in an otherwise bogged down bicentennial man.
Guys.
All right, here we go. Really quick.
Hold on. You can watch Jack Bauer. Help me out.
When you say Jack Bauer, you mean Kiefer Sutherland.
You can watch Jack Bauer and the guy. Who's the guy who did all the drugs?
Me.
A lot of them. Keith Richards.
Go ahead, Outfly. Go ahead.
No, I just mean me.
No, I mean from 2.5 Men.
Oh, Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen and
Shit.
Oliver Platt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a great movie. Go ahead, Outfly.
All right, we're going to go around the circle because we are actually getting to the point where we're going to do the last rule and then go to viewer questions. So, guys, thank you so much. We have 70 people watching now. That's
guys.
pretty crazy for a
Thank you.
Saturday afternoon.
Answer this question. I don't think we even got through it.
Oh, we're
Pacific-
definitely
oh.
going. Thank you. We're definitely going back to
you're
it.
right.
Really quick around the circle. A movie that made you feel something, surprisingly.
Fuck you.
You weren't expecting to go to this movie to have
you.
feels, and then you had the
Dude.
feels.
Fuck you.
What's the movie that gave you the feels unexpectedly? Sounds like Xander already has an answer. Xander, what's the movie that gave you the feels unexpectedly? And if you can, why? The movie that gave you the feels unexpectedly, and if
Does it
you
have to
can,
be a
why?
film?
No. Television shows at this point
He
are
wants to pick
actually...
a video game.
I was
Oh,
hanging
definitely
out,
a video game.
I was hanging out with Fox and Moore.
Okay.
We were in the garage.
Louder.
We were in the garage.
Okay.
I put on the video for Avicii, the dog in World War One.
That's a fucking brutally good video.
It's what's the name of the video?
I don't know
Anyway.
this what you're talking about.
Look up Avicii, AVICCII, dog, and it will come up.
Yes, it will.
And it's a cartoon flash movie, and it makes me cry every time.
It's insanely good. Insanely
I'm
good.
serious. I'm like, God damn it, every fucking time. It's like Glory. Glory makes the end of Glory makes me cry every fucking time, and I can't
It's
stop.
called Waiting for Love.
Waiting for Love. Thank you.
Waiting for Love.
Avicii, Waiting for Love. It's the one with the dog because if I remember correctly, Avicii has 2 music videos for
Two.
Waiting for Love.
And they're both wonderful.
They're both wonderful. Fuck yeah. Actually, no, they're both beyond wonderful
Yeah.
because the other one for Avicii makes me cry. Yeah, the old man.
Yeah.
Actually, Avicii fucking videos. They are really good. All right.
Oh yeah.
Moment that you weren't expecting, but
So I will say, I'm
media
going to
give you
call a
feels.
little bit of BS.
Sure.
What you're describing, I have not seen it. I would presume should not be necessarily unexpected.
Oh shit.
When I say so you guys, I'm going to push this really hard.
Sure.
Very unexpected. The first time I saw Avatar in 2 different times. Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar. I do mean this seriously. The most, I don't know, I could put myself in the headspace. The most impactful scene in that movie was the little detail of when Jake is first in the Avatar and they do the shot of him clenching the dirt through his feet. And they have actually, to me, done a great job of building up. This is a paraplegic in a capitalist society that cannot get the surgery. They can make him walk again. He's doing this tour to try to, that's all he wants, to be able to walk again. And here he luck shots into awesome alien on a foreign planet, dirt between the toes. That hits so many fantasies of mine. That was a very good detail.
I totally understand.
The second one in Avatar was at the very end when he basically transferred into it. Every furry fantasy, great.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the double whammy for Avatar. And then the other one I'm going to go with is Gravity.
Still haven't seen
The
that one
opening.
Oh,
so okay.
good.
So I'm a technophile in things, and I do genuinely like realism when it also looks good. And Gravity, it's not really a spoiler. There is a disaster in space, and the movie goes from that.
Yes.
And the opening shot is essentially a single tracking shot of 30 minutes
Oh
of the
my
whole setup.
God.
And when the event happens, it is silent and
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm
It's
glad
it's
glad
anxiety.
it's not,
Oh
it
my
was
God!
not-
Right?
It wasn't anxiety for me.
Oh, it was pure
'cause I was
anxiety
in,
for
alright,
me.
If you're in Chicago, there's the Rosemont Movico, which is like an IMAX thing. So I'm there with Rakesh. We're watching it. We have actually no, I was there with you. I think Rakesh was Interstellar. We've got the goggles on or whatever and everything. The sound was perfect. Nothing hurt. It wasn't too loud. The entire theater was silent. There is no music when the event is happening. And just they portray an entire space station and all of humanity's space exploration
Fucking amazing.
ended in that scene. Oh God, I've got my little shaven.
We saw it in 3D, man.
Yeah.
That was the best way to see it.
Miko?
Sorry,
I
I'm done
missed
now.
the question. I was.
Oh, I apologize. I'm going to say it to you, but then I'm going to go to them. It is, you weren't expecting it, a moment in a experience. So televised YouTube that you so weren't expecting the feels, and they hit you like a goddamn freight train.
Okay.
Okay, so going over to you guys, feels that you weren't expecting in a something that you saw on TV, even if it was at the theater, if it's in your, on your TV, you just holy shit, we're not expecting that.
The whole newer season of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy has basically been like that.
Wait,
Every episode.
hold, what?
Yeah, like they rebooted
It's not
it.
just a fucking joke anymore?
Oh no, it is.
Tangentially related, really quick. David Letterman on Netflix has a series.
Fucking amazing.
So David Letterman does one with one of the Queer Eye people.
Oh.
It is phenomenal.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No. Very
I
good.
gotta check it out.
The new season is especially like the first episode where they do like the church makeover and everything. If you don't cry in that first episode, you might need to go see a doctor because you're probably inside.
Holy shit.
Because because there was a couple of them on there. A lot of them have their own sort of struggles about coming out and things like that, and they actually go and like help rehabilitate like a church.
Oh
So
my
it's a very
God.
big like reparative moment between like the church sort of hating queers and all this other stuff, but they kind of come in and kind of show the entire neighborhood that's built around this church that they're actually really cool people and everyone loves them and all that stuff. It's
Holy
so
shit.
beautiful. And then every episode since then is just like an even bigger tearjerker than that.
So Queer Eye has a weird relationship with me, right? I appreciate a lot of things they do, but my parents would watch.
The new series is
No, I
way
can't.
different
No,
than the
yeah.
old.
The new
topic.
series is entirely
New
different
topic.
than what you're used
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
So
Uncle Kage totally agreed. To be or not to be, unfucking believable. I could not agree with you more. What do you
all
have?
right, mine's a little cliche, and it was just the first thing that popped to mind. The intro to Up.
Oh my.
I was not expecting that at all.
Was not ready for the intro to Up.
Not that they weren't already on top of their game with pulling the feels out of you, but like the way they did it
Oh.
in the first 10 minutes.
Oh.
10 minutes, they kind of started it off like, let's just grab at your heartstrings really quick and yank on all of them.
Also,
far as
I was
I'm
expecting
concerned-
my heartstrings to be pulled, but not in the first 10.
Wait. As far as I'm concerned, John Wick and Up are the same movie, but they got more ninjas in John Wick.
Yes.
They're the same damn
First
movie.
10 minutes of
More
Up
guns
should
and
be
knives.
rebroadcast as a long-form commercial signed by any Democrat who's advertising Medicare for all.
Hold on, I got another one. Every time I watch WWE and the Undertaker fights, I'm reminded of Up because it's just an old man that shouldn't be fighting right now.
Yeah.
Uncle Kage and Sudhir both say Up destroyed them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yave, I just saw Big Hero 6 a few months ago. Unbelievable. Such a good job.
Yep.
Miko, did you have one?
Well, like I was actually going with the animation thing like Avon, but another one that I thought of was back when I was not new to furry, but I hadn't like dove into the community. Somebody's like, "Oh yeah, you should watch this little short thing. Like it's like 6 episodes long, and it's like hand drawn by this one person."
Ooh, I love
And I was like,
hand-drawn.
"Oh, that's great." And they're like, "Yeah, it's set to music." I'm like, "Sold."
Yeah. What is it?
It's a series made by, if I recall correctly, somebody in Korea called There She Is.
Really?
It's a love story that has so many connections to all of the difficulty that everybody who has their love downtrodden upon just thrown out there First episode, you're like, oh, that's really cute. And then it happens. And then you're crying for an hour straight.
Once again, where can they find that, and what is it called?
Literally YouTube. It's called There She Is. You'll know when it has like poppy, almost ska music at the start, and you're like, oh, this is adorable. And then you're wrong.
Are we telling
You'll know
people
when
to
you're
go
wrong.
cry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Xander, and you did a few, but do you have any others?
I don't. I mean, like, every time Triple H and Undertaker fight, it's like up because there's two old men fighting. Because it's just
No, you know what?
steroids.
Triple H
The
is
one
younger,
time that I
though.
genuinely was not expecting to cry was that Kenny Omega Young Bucks.
Yeah.
And,
You never saw it.
I know
yeah,
you
the
told
Golden
me.
Lovers versus the Young Bucks.
Yes.
Wait, no spoilers. I want to see this.
Yes,
Golden
absolutely.
Lovers
No, I'm
versus
not
Young
going into
Bucks.
it.
Look it up.
Wait, did you show me that or no?
Nope.
The worst part is that people can't just look this up and watch it, because that was the moment that I realized that wrestling, good wrestling, has a continuous story.
Agreed.
Oh, right.
And that broke my fucking heart.
Was that
Xander,
when they
could you
rejoined
please-
from the Bullet Club?
No.
Xander, could you please tell them the documentary about the Young Lovers? The Golden Lovers?
Golden Lovers.
Omega
Golden
Man,
Lovers.
right?
Omega Man is the longer version. There's another one called Wrestling is Fascinating, which the last 10 minutes of the video, if you Google wrestling, if you YouTube Wrestling is Fascinating, the last like 12 or 15 minutes is about the relationship between Ibushi and Kenny Omega. It's a romantic relationship spanning 10 years
S.
in wrestling.
Say again.
And it's still
It's a-
ambiguous
it's
as to
an-
how much
it's an
they
ambiguous
are a thing.
relationship.
Where
It's an
You do it
ambiguous
for-
relationship,
it's
but it
tradition.
still exists and it doesn't matter. And that's kind of the point.
All right,
All right.
Is the sexual
I have
aspect
a
doesn't
quick
matter.
one for you, Xander, for a cry thing on the music side.
Sure.
This is pretty consistent. It's very specific to you. I don't know about anyone else. So the album Transcendence by Devin Townsend Project.
God damn it.
The first 5 tracks to me are a perfect little mini suite that are all linked.
I can see that.
And it culminates in the track 5, the big one
Okay.
from Transcendence. It's track 5. Devin does that. It's off the album like Ocean Machine Live in Plovdiv or something.
Okay.
He's in the Czech Republic. The live version with the orchestra is the most beautiful rendition of that song. It's a chapter close in his life. I was not expecting. I listened
Okay.
to it at work and went home early. I genuinely did.
So, like,
Just thought of
so the thing about that, it's a hard listen. The opposite.
I got you.
When I say hard listen, I say something that's not pop that will jive with you. You have to hear the whole thing to understand it.
Agreed.
That's
No,
what
there
hard
are
listening
things
is.
like
I think I know
that.
what
So
you're-
before I do mine, which coincides with you have to see the whole thing to understand, you had another one.
Yeah, I just thought another one for TV. I can't believe I didn't think of this one before, but if anyone has ever seen the television series Black Mirror,
Yes!
Oh!
which normally every episode always kind of ends pretty much on a sad note because Black Mirror has always traditionally kind of taken sort of technology and technological things
Is the
to
title
sort of their logical extreme.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
think of possibly the worst case scenario of utilizing anything. Like, there's whole episodes about, like, the swipe right type thing, but imagine if you did that for everything in real life for anyone, and
That
becomes
is
public currency.
one of my favorite episodes, and I
which China's
fucking
piloting
hated it.
right now, which is
What do you mean
weird.
piloting? It's been around for years.
Yeah,
The
well, like
Facebook
well, they've
one,
been
right?
doing that as like a social currency thing. So the
Oh,
one that totally
Downfall?
threw me completely through a loop was the episode San Junipero.
That's the one.
San
Yeah.
Bernardino?
It's the happiest
Junipero.
ending.
Yeah.
San Junipero.
No, it's
yeah.
the saddest
Have you seen it
ending.
yet?
No, it's
Yeah.
the happy.
No, it's actually the
Happiest.
only time like a real happy
You
ending
think it's
occurs in the
sad?
season.
I think it's
Yeah.
super sad.
USS Callister.
It's sad, but also happy.
It's sad, but it's like it could have ended so
I
much
agree.
worse.
I agree.
But it was not something you're expecting by the end. You're expecting like someone to like die or be trapped in something forever and all that stuff, which is sort of what that was.
Exactly. Okay,
But
hold on.
It was
We
still
are
a
actually
beautiful
at the-
love story that
You're
happened
right.
in between it, and it was like, and the love story kind of ended, but in this sort of forever way. So if anything, it was the most beautiful ending they could have had.
See, and I
If you don't
100%.
cry at the end of that, again, you were probably dead inside.
Oh, I'm the other way. I
Yeah.
cried at the end of that because I thought it was the most horrible ending out of all of
Wait,
them. Now, don't get me wrong. I see what San Junipero might have been the saddest ending.
We can't go into
We
that.
can't go into
I
it.
think to give people the benefit of the doubt here and think that people might watch it, we need to do
Okay.
the same thing we've done with everything else. go ahead and watch it.
Yeah, please
Yes.
do watch.
They're standalone things. You can watch the episodes of whatever order you want.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes, each episode is a standalone story.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will say Black Mirror is worth a watch through no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
San Junipero is one of the most polarizing episodes. I believe me and Exendiv think that might be the saddest episode out of all of them.
Oh,
but
wow.
once again, I totally understand where anyone else comes from saying that it's a glorious ending.
Oh, yeah.
You have to really read into it to get to the holy fuck that's fucked up ending. But
Oh, yeah.
I totally agree. Which
So-
brings me to...
Okay.
This one is the reason I went for last, I've never been able to talk about this one without crying. One of the most beautiful things I have ever seen on television. Matt Smith's final episode.
So,
Dude, they let him talk to the audience. That was Kage's rule. We have noise. Drink.
I will. Okay, so I'm currently rewatching all of New Who with the occasional serials from Classic Era because I did grow
Amazing.
up watching reruns of Classic
I
Era.
love Classic Era, but not as good
So
in my
I
mind.
have
In my mind,
3 more original Tennant episodes.
Tennant is amazing.
Yeah, but I have his exit.
Tennant's
that's gonna be
exit is
hard.
amazing.
Matt Smith's
Nothing like it.
was. I thought his exit would be the best until Capaldi's, and I
I
don't
haven't
think
seen
you've it
I've
yet.
Capaldi's.
seen
I have
Capaldi's
not. Is it good?
I haven't seen it either.
Okay, so me and you are on the same
So,
page.
has everyone here seen Matt Smith's exit?
I,
For those of you who haven't watched, sorry, too bad. My favorite. Do you remember your favorite line from Matt Smith's exit?
I don't want to go.
That was Tennant.
Oh, you're right. That was Tenet. I believe Matt Smith's was. No, I'm
He
sorry.
didn't have a single line.
There is no single line in Tenet
But there's-
because I'm sorry. There is no single line in Matt Smith because Matt Smith, everything is written for the episode, and it's amazing. And don't get me wrong, if you watch it as Doctor Who saying goodbye, it's heartbreaking, it's amazing, and I love it to death. But the second you watch Matt Smith talking to the audience and his last moments as fuck, I can't
Wait,
do it
wait,
without crying.
wait. I think I know. Maybe this is your favorite line. It's the best of the whole thing. I will always remember when the
you.
doctor was me. Best line in the whole speech. Best line in the whole speech. It even trumped the Amy callback.
Nothing beats it.
Matt Smith was my favorite doctor until Capaldi.
What's your Dragger? What's your favorite Doctor?
Genuinely. Okay. High level theory. My favorite doctor is the current doctor. Always.
Correct.
I will always be the most appreciative that the show is running. Jodie Whittaker is the new doctor. She has a first full season and a January 1,
Outstanding.
2020 special. It is an excellent entry point to the show. If you have never seen the show before, start with her.
I have not seen any of her season yet.
She's meant
I
to
haven't
be
either.
an intro to the show. The showrunners explicitly described
No
their first
shit.
season. They scaled back the lore. They stripped a lot down. They did an ensemble instead of one companion, specifically
Oh, I
to
didn't
be
know
people
that.
a new generation's first doctor, and it's working.
I didn't know that. I'm looking forward to
That's a
that.
great idea because as a person who's like outside of Doctor Who, if it's not required to know to get in, yeah.
They do almost no deeper lore. They do Easter eggs for everyone that's in on it. They do obviously keep the continuity because everything in the show is canon. But she's awesome.
Well,
Paul,
the thing-
what?
drink.
Xander,
Xander stood.
Yep, all right.
Here's the thing. Xander is right. I'm on Capaldi, first season of Capaldi right now. No, I'm on
Best season of the show.
his second season
his
Capaldi.
season 2.
I can't wait. I'm on first
I
season of
don't mean to be
Capaldi
this
right
guy,
now.
but we've been on Doctor Who for like 10 minutes.
Have we?
Oh shit!
Last thoughts on Doctor Who. I have been on Doctor Who. I started Doctor Who on Matt Smith. So yes, I am partial to the gentleman because he was my first Doctor.
Oh.
I am only on Capaldi right now because when you join Doctor Who and you find something you like, you have to at least start it over at the reboot. Now I've gone back and watched the majority of the original broadcast. Doctor Who is very hard to get into. What you just told me makes me incredibly happy. So, you were right. We have been on Doctor Who for a while. What was the actual question that led into this, or did I just jump
Things
the
that make you
shark?
cry. You went last,
Yeah.
so we have a new topic and or last thing. We could do audience questions.
Yeah, let's talk to the audience for a while. Thank you again. 72 people joining us. We're going to take a moment. Actually, hold on. Xander's not here, and I do this part anyway. I want to take a second to thank all of our Patreons. These are people who donate $3 or more. Guys, thank you so much for all that you do. We've obviously been having a lot of tech problems lately, but it's a good thing. The reason that we have tech problems is we have a lot of new technology. If we could show you a background of what it takes to set this stuff up, it's not okay. So a huge shout out to Xander and Miko. Say again?
It'd be really boring.
It'd be really boring, but very frustrating to us. So to Xander, to Miko, the people who set this up, a huge thank you, and a huger thank you to the people who made this happen.
We need to get a table that
Really
isn't
quick,
made out of something that
There's
is
a hat
glass-like.
behind
Is that what's going on?
It's great.
Is that one of the things?
That
get
is
it.
one of the things, because I hit the table all the time.
Ah, I understand.
That was close.
To our patrons,
Xander.
guys, a huge
Xander,
thank you too.
I can't reach.
Oh, we're doing the big thank you.
Tobotter, Shukin Flash, Tyro Thunderstone, Leafy Greens, Tyro, Nisbet, Twister Bernuski, Silver Godamon, Mama T, Shivs, Glow Goat, Serathan, Legion Bunny, Head of the Bear, Draco Silverclaw, Shell Music, Skylar Ringtail, Status the Ferret, Erner, Alturius Demos, Dr. Larks, Eggman, Zabita, Unknown Furry, which is very unknown, Deadly Kitten, Echo, Graphics, Bio, Exendiv, Orthox, Brendan, Viju, White Shadow, Poker Wolf, Cody, Boopers, Zen Wolf, Lily, Angel Cthulhu, what? Angel Koo. Velocity the Running Sloth, I think that's Sloth Mom, Eddie the Werefox, quotation marks, Kooks, how the fuck do you pronounce that?
Cuxum.
Alright, and to everyone who donates $1, to everyone who helps out the show, and most importantly, to those of you watching right now, thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being here. It's a pleasure and an honor to perform for you. Xander, what the fuck was the last question? We're all too kind of drunk to remember.
We finished the question. You were literally the last person to go.
I win!
Or did you have one more?
I have one more, and the one more thing is I literally didn't expect to get a little bit choked up as you were reading that list, because I think I've met most of those people in person.
Right.
Almost every one of them is legitimately a good person, and I've really enjoyed their company.
So yeah, yes, to expand upon what he is, thank you for being Dragon Show fans. The only 400-person plus Telegram chat room that we can look at and go, everything is fine.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for being some of the best in the furry fandom. You're amazing.
No joke. Xander asked me to be an admin on it because I've been doing it on IRC and everywhere else, and it's not been without its bumps along the way. But once we figured out what we wanted it to be, y'all went along with it. We don't have to do a job in the Dragon Show in a 400 plus thing. Like, once in a while, fine. You all are astounding. Thank you so much for making our lives easier over the years.
Thanks for making it a cool place to hang out. Seriously.
Yeah, seriously, guys, it's what we wanted. It's something that we enjoy, and we do it for you guys. But it's also...
Wait. There's genuinely someone asking. There's a Dragon Telegram chat question mark.
Yep, Orthodox, we're about to post it in the chat. Well, I read the final King's Rule. Xander's going to post it in there.
And in the meantime, I'm going to answer Uncle Kage's question of, he said, almost every one of them is a good person. Who is the exception? Obviously, I'm in there, so...
So there's two exceptions. It's obviously Miko and Uncle Kage.
And if it's the patrons, it's Xander's second Patreon account.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not a good person.
Oh, just a bad person.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen,
For now.
at 4:20, as always, we add the final King's Rule from Fox and More. If anyone sneezes or anyone coughs, take a drink.
Yes.
I'm glad it doesn't
Wait,
include hiccups.
is that the person
Are you
who does
hiccuping?
it, or
Oh, yeah.
everybody takes it?
I'm going to go with everybody because we're only a little bit from ending the show.
I'm taking a drink. So I'm going to say Dragger also takes a drink.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, we had
Ooh, yes. I gotta get on here and give them the link.
I
We're gonna
don't
give
know
you a
if
link
I'm
in a
still,
moment,
like
guys.
a little teary-eyed
If it
over
lets me.
the thing, or
Both.
it's really warm.
It's really
No, it
warm.
wasn't.
The sun's been out more.
Sun
There was
is
just a
beating
sip
down on
left.
us.
There- Speaking of Cloud Watcher community, there is a wall of bullshit coming our way.
Since there is a wall, I apologize, guys. We want to show you this. If we move the camera, everything collapses. So,
Yeah.
I
let's.
disagree.
Yeah, I think if we move the camera that far,
Someone use their phone, take a
I
picture.
get what you're
and post
saying.
it.
I'm so scared of everything
Take a
going
picture
down.
of
I'm
the
so scared.
wall of bullshit. You can't see. Sorry. Coming
Alright.
our way.
Oh, no.
Because the wind is picking up. The front is coming.
Charcoal, sure.
Hey guys. All right.
Oh yeah, it's getting
And we
here.
are getting a breeze from a strange direction.
Right.
Humidity's
So
ramping
I'm
up.
just gonna do
Yeah.
one thing. I don't know how well this
wait,
is gonna
drink
work.
Get up, drink.
Could I get a
Let's see.
top off of
Top off.
something?
That's what's heading there.
Whatever you put in there.
Here, we're just sharing now.
I can't
That's good.
I can't
All right.
put the link to the
It's,
Telegram chat in the Telegram chat.
It's
Tyro.
86
in the
proof.
YouTube-
It's
No, you put the link
sanitized.
in our chat. You should have admin access, so you should be able to
Tyro,
post-
can you please post the Drag It Show Telegram chat link in YouTube? And I don't know what the delay is until he gets that.
Yeah, well.
He'll get it. We'll get there.
We'll figure out what the delay is.
We'll get there. So, at 420, as usual, we have all rules active. Once again, thank you to all of our Patreons. Thank you to the big shout-out. You guys make the show what it is. You have no idea what you have done for this show.
Seamus'
Where's the
fault.
bourbon
His
ice?
weather machine is working perfectly, apparently.
Damn it, Seamus!
Also, because we have been, speaking of rules, we have been fucking up the Cialis
I am.
dragon rule so much.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a quick Chicago toast for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Yes, we do. Guys, the
Big
Chicago
motherfucker,
Toast...
get out the way.
The Chicago... That's awesome. By the way, the Chicago Toast that was found in the wall in
Of a bathroom
Utah...
In Utah.
If you don't follow him, follow Pepper Coyote. He just posted that. Apparently, a cleaner version of the Chicago Toast was written on the wall of the bathroom
It
in
would
Utah.
be cleaner there,
Of
wouldn't
course
it?
it would. Everyone, raise your drinks. Thank you very much, Tyro. Guys, that is the Telegram chat room. Here's to you, here's to me, forever friends we will be, and if we ever disagree, fuck you, here's to me. Woo. And if any of you are wondering why that is the official Chicago Toast, that is because Lake Area Furry Friends. Yes, the Laugh Group, one of the oldest groups from Chicago, not the oldest, but one of the oldest. They used to hold a New Year's Eve party, and still do. And that was the toast that we ended every year with, so to the traditional Chicago toast.
Let's shout out, I'm blanking out on the name because it's really bad. Tommy Fox, one of our first squared staffers, took that over. We showed up and helped out last year.
Mention the
I don't know if
Mention
it's
the
happening
con.
again or not. That is genuinely up to Tommy Fox and crew. So be on the lookout for that over the next couple of months, I guess.
A huge thank you to Tommy Fox, who took the reins and made a traditional Chicago event keep happening year after year. Thank you for everyone who makes the Laugh New Year's Eve party happen. You guys are amazing.
Yes. Thank you.
So, now that we are past 420 and are clearly in no holds barred,
So at this point,
yes.
we
We're
talk
talking
about...
about parts again.
Nice.
nice.
I wasn't even
You,
aware of that.
you brought something up that I wanted to discuss that I forgot.
Chat,
about.
it's your turn. We're going to be talking to you
If
for
it
a
was
little while
something
before we
wrestling
end this in
related.
about half an hour. Chat, we're looking for you to run the conversation. Go ahead.
Run the
Okay,
conversation.
so we're gonna go with topical because why not? No, we're gonna go with cloud shit and weather. What is so? I did this thing with Fox and Pepper in Colorado. We were supposed to be outside for all of it. If it wasn't storming bullshit, it was 97 plus humid, or it dropped 30 degrees in the span of about 10 minutes, and we had sideways rain and hail.
That's my favorite.
So what is the best weather, in theory, screwing things over, but then it turned out to be really cool story you have? I'll open
Weather
with
story?
a weather was gonna fuck you over, and then something cool happened.
I have
so,
one, but I'll give you all a moment to think about it.
Okay,
Good.
drink.
Drink.
So I'm gonna go with in Scouts. I'm fairly certain this is still a thing. TLD, Troop Leadership Development, is there are generally no adults. Like there's some Eagle Scouts that are 18 and over, and then no troop leaders. Everyone polices themselves, organizes themselves. Like a couple of people from each troop go, and you are camping with people you have never met before.
Cool.
And so we're doing all of these activities, doing all these leadership building things, and the tornado sirens go off. And we have to run our asses to the shelter because we are nowhere near it because we're poor scouts and cheap. So we get there, the sky is green, we have this radio where we're hearing weather officials talk about spotting funnel clouds, and here is no adults around, and we're all crammed in this little shack trying to not freak out. So what happens? One of the guys who's running it is a math nerd, and we do impromptu comedy improv calculus. He would throw out a calculus term and ask us anywhere between like 6th and 8th graders to come up with fun scout-related definitions. We have to do this genuinely for 4 hours in the basement of a shelter, and it is one of the most fun times I have ever had while fearing for my life.
That's amazing. Wow. Big Benny, the only thing that's louder than the alkali yell is the alkali work yell when I needed it. All right, so we're going with moment in the weather, basically weather. Somebody else asked above and beyond the usual weather. So who's got a story of above and beyond usual weather? Who's got something?
I've got one.
Go ahead.
So I grew up in mostly St. Petersburg, Tampa, Florida area.
Where in the dangling hemorrhoid, so people don't have to look at a map, where is that?
So it's the west side of Florida. It's the little tiny dip on the west side of Florida. It's like a mini Florida on the west side of Florida. I was doing my college orientation, and I think it was Hurricane Charlie.
Oh no.
If it's any relation to the actor, you really got fucked.
Yeah,
we all got high.
Lots of snow.
Sorry.
Was hitting, and like we were all expecting the orientation at that point to get canceled because it looked like it was going to directly hit Tampa, Florida, which has never happened. Like we have this saying in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area that it's got this whole like Seminole Indian protection zone around it because hurricanes never directly hit it, but it looked like this was going to be the year. God damn it. And then a few hours before it hit, it just takes a sudden dip to the south, and we still get some bands off of it, but like we're huddled there in the basically the gym because of the storm. And it's just like, yeah, it's just a whole bunch of rain and wind. Like, we're just getting the bands. So we're just going to cancel this, like, gathering and then finish the orientation. And, like, throughout the orientation, it's just pouring rain and wind. But we get through it. And to be fair, like, that is one of the things I will never forget is that orientation because it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
No, I love shit like that. You're totally right. Xander, you started one.
I did.
Louder.
Real quick. I had visited a friend of mine on the East Coast. A tornado had just gone through recently.
Wait, a tornado? Like Ralph Nader's head was just talking at you incessantly?
Yeah, basically.
More like Xander lived
lot of wind
before he moved up here.
Tornado!
It's a tornado.
Would you mind switching spots with me, Fox?
In Pennsylvania.
Because the sun is directly bearing down on
Yes,
it.
it is.
And
Yeah, it's
the
starting to
best
make its
part
way
about
towards
it,
I mean, I could scooch over.
we were in the woods, deep
I was
in
just
the
asking to
woods,
switch spots.
with the
I'm
hills,
gonna roast it.
mind you,
Okay, so you're in the hills.
I've been roasting for
with all the trees,
Okay.
and you could see a clear path where the tornado cut through. Because they were
Everyone
all
drink.
flattened,
Nope.
Oh, wow.
2 people stood up.
and then everything else was up.
Oh, this is so much
It
nicer.
was fantastic.
New nature trail open!
Yeah, it really was. It was amazing. Drink to that. That's it.
Alkali or martini, did you have one? Because Miko's going to take up the caboose with one.
Oh boy.
Oh, there you are. You
Oh yeah.
moved.
So
Take it
yeah,
up.
we moved. We shifted around. So I can think of one from a few years ago. It was my first ever takedown in a boat, because I used to do a lot of sailing, like actual racing and stuff like that, since they just had that race on Lake Michigan. So a few years ago, I was on the Chicago Mackinac race, which is one of the oldest races. You can look it up.
Yeah.
They just had it again like last weekend. So
Oh my God.
I didn't actually know that you did this as like a hobby.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
really cool.
I've done 4 of them now. My dad did 46 of them. It's crazy. But this one year, we were on the race, and it's a 300-mile race because you go from Chicago all the way up to the tip top of Michigan, like right past the bridge that connects Michigan to the Upper Peninsula, like on the border of Canada.
The Mackinac Bridge.
So we're heading up that way, and one of the last big turns is this area called Gray's Reef. It's basically the last stop before you make a right-hand turn and go straight for the finish line. You're less than 50 miles away. And that whole time, we've been getting chased by this massive thunderstorm that was on the west side of the lake, and we were like, all right, it just kept building up. All we saw was darker and darker clouds, because this is like a 2 to 3 day race. So by the second day, we're like, oh man, that thing is going to be an asshole when it comes to us. And then sure enough, like right before we start making that turn, it comes barreling across the lake, because there was almost I think it's maybe 10, 15 mile an hour winds at best. But then this morning that we were finally like, all right, good, we can finally get some wind and finish this race. Well, it decided, let me just bring 30 to 60 mile an hour winds to you and kick up the seas. So we had 4 to 6 foot waves. And now, mind you, Gray's Reef is a reef that's out in Lake Michigan, but you have this very narrow, maybe 50-foot-ish passage that's deep enough for most of the boats that go through there. Otherwise, you're going to run aground and you're screwed. And then you have to wait for rescue.
Did that happen?
No, we got close.
Holy
because
shit.
as we start making our way towards it, the waves are kicking up. It's 4 to 6 foot waves, and we none of us really should have better prepared for this, because normally we put up a proper sail that can handle wind like this, but we didn't do that. So we decided, okay, while the storm was basically upon us, we're like, oh, maybe we should do that. That'd be a good idea. Hey, Aaron, go down below really quick and do that. That's my real name, by the way. They call me Martinez. He's like, hey, go down below. We need you to go get the sail really quick while we're the boat is doing this.
Anyone who does not understand when you can't see a horizon and it's moving that much.
Oh yeah, we were basically I had already put on my life jacket because I was in oh shit mode at this point, because I was like, all right, this is not fun weather. So I go down below with one of the other rookies. It was his first year. I was like, okay, so you picked the right time to do this. And so we go down below, and this is a 37-foot boat, mind you. It's pretty big. But we go down below and everything, and it's rocking and rolling pretty hard. My dad's sitting in the navigation station and everything, so he's there trying to, he's like, wow, this is a big storm. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's gonna screw us. So I'm running to the front of the boat, and I'm like, all right, maybe we'll get past this. I'll get the sail and all that stuff. As I get midway up the ship with the rookie, all I hear from behind me and where the captain is right now is like, oh shit, hang on to something. And then the rookie looks at me, he's like, what did he just say? They're like, hold on. And I brace myself in the middle of the boat. Basically, I'm right up by the bathroom, basically, and I just go like this really quickly. And the boat goes from this to that within a few seconds. So and when I looked back, it was kind of not The Matrix. What was that movie?
Inception.
Inception.
Yes.
It's like Inception. Remember that scene where everything just kind of goes from one side to the
Love
other?
that scene.
It was literally that.
So you know this.
And
Anyone
my
else-
dad, but the shitty part was my dad was in the navigation station, was on the left side of the boat, and that's the part that went down. So everything from the kitchen moved towards him in one go. And all I heard was clacking and stuff. And it was like, oh my god! It's like we went down to the side. Luckily, the captain was really smart, and he pointed the boat into the waves, which is what you're supposed to do. Because otherwise, the waves will just continue to take you over.
You'll get barrel rolled. You'll get capsized.
We didn't want to do that. So with the waves basically knocked the boat back up. So we went from this to this really quickly.
Oh my god!
And meanwhile, my dad's bitching because Possum bands that weren't secured basically went towards his face.
Holy shit!
And I was like, well, that was that. And then meanwhile, the rookie that was with me was scared shitless because that just happened. And I was like, well, there we go. That was my first takedown. My heart is racing and miles an hour. And
Damn.
to our help, what ended up being better about that was that at that point we had nothing but straight 20 mile an hour winds. We, collected our collective shit together for like half an hour while we got the actual, real sail up that we needed, and we just screamed into the finish line by that point because everything like evened out once we got past Gray's Reef.
Oh my
But that was like the
God.
fun oh shit moment in my life when I was on a boat.
Really
I've been
quick.
sailing since I was like this tall.
So
too.
that means you know the
Holy
small
shit.
boats, right?
Oh yeah.
So
I
that
know all them.
means, are you proficient at dry walking?
Huh?
Dry walking
What's
on the
that?
small sailboats. Did you ever learn that maneuver?
What's
On
the-
very small sailboats, like you're talking anywhere from a 2 to 4 seater, no engine or anything. It's just like a joyride thing.
Yeah.
It is very common, even if you catch a little bit of wind, the boats are so light, they will tip over. They won't necessarily capsize if you dry walk. Dry walking.
Oh,
is
so you're talking
when
about getting on the high side but walking on the water with it?
No.
Because you're counterbalancing it?
you walk on the dagger board.
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
even walk on the dagger board. You throw yourself over, you stand on the dagger board, you pull over, and you get back in the boat without getting wet.
It's like windsurfing, yeah. So because you have to get on the high side of the boat. So whenever you're on a boat and you take a lot of wind and you see them tilting on the side like that, you'll always see the crew on the high side of the boat to counterbalance it. So you don't flip over, but you gain a lot of speed out of it. You just don't want to be up too high out of the water when you
Because
do
it
that.
minimizes your resistance and drag. So if you can
Exactly,
actually
yeah.
carry it, you can do the effective of a two-wheel
Hi,
wheelie
QQH.
in a
Yeah.
small sailboat. Just don't slip and bruise your balls.
No, don't do that. that would have hurt a lot.
Okay.
All right.
I've hit my balls on a boom before. That was not
Don't
fun.
even look at me after that.
Wait. Hang on.
That's
You
crazy.
just said something that makes no sense to me. He just said, hit your balls on a boom. That is at least eye level for short people. What the fuck were you doing on a boat where you were doing a handstand, your legs were ready, and boom, into the
excuse
crotch?
me.
No, more like
Jumping
you're
is a
going up
thing.
there, and then the wind shifts on you really quickly, and you forgot to actually like secure down the mainsail, which is like the thing that actually keeps the boom in check. And if you let the sheets out too much, it'll have a mind of its own. It'll go wherever the sail tells it to. So if you're up there and you're a little too close to it, like when you're going to reach for a sheet or something. But I was up there thinking like, oh yeah, I can get up to this thing and maybe get to it. But that left me like clear shot because when you're up on the peak, because so you're in the back of the boat, you're down below where it's basically a head problem. But you go up and above, and like the little part of the boat where you can actually stay inside of it, it's much higher up. So you're like this far off from the boom, which puts it at crotch level. Yeah.
It earns
See?
its name. Boom!
Oh, it was a boom. It was a headshot because there was it was more like almost a Darwin Award winning moment because I happened to be right at the part where they'd actually bolted on one of those pulleys around the side of it, and it was almost right about there. It actually hit me right here.
Leafy, fuck you.
it
Wait.
What do you say? What do you say?
Dry walking or whatever, it minimizes your resistance to drag, so it makes RuPaul look really hot. One, fuck you,
Yeah.
RuPaul looks hot normally. Two, good pun.
Yes, good pun.
So I will say,
Okay.
if I were to drive a boat, I would just do the Lieutenant Dan. I would just attach my ass to the top of the boat and just say, "God, take me wherever you will," which is not a good way at all.
Alright,
Xander, putting a whole new meaning on dragon ass.
There you go.
yeah, good one.
Miko, you did have one. It's not up to the same level.
I don't even want to follow that up.
Mine's
Speaking
just
of
crazy.
storms-
He said, "Oh, drink."
Oh yeah.
What, are you gonna have one come out of your ass?
so
Oh, okay. Well, that's better than your yes.
So I do have another mild hurricane one. And this
Go
is
for
very
it.
mild. It was just like
A mild hurricane?
Mild hurricane.
it was like a.
He's from Florida.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, were you in Florida at the time?
Yes.
Because that makes sense.
This was when I was in high school. I think it was maybe like a Cat 1 or a Cat 2.
Okay.
Obviously, it went north or south of us because, again, we just apparently have a protective zone. If St. Petersburg ever gets hit directly by a hurricane, it's fucked.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And then eventually goes into internet
Most
speed.
of it's
It's
below
Cat
the
5.
floodplain. It's
Yeah,
not
no.
good.
Most of that peninsula is completely below the floodplain, so it's just fucked.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, I don't know, I was probably in 10th grade, I would say, maybe 11th. And we were getting one of the outer bands of the storm, and just there's no traffic. So just standing in the middle of the street with the rain just pouring down upon me. And it was just fantastic. And that just reminded me of another story. I got, so my company, which you can kind of see the logo on my shirt, Datadog.
Datadog.
Data puppy.
So before we moved to our current office, this was probably 3 years ago, well, 3.5, or 2.5. I was visiting New York for a trip to the office, and I was doing a slightly extended trip, so instead of coming back on Saturday, I think I was coming back on a Sunday, or maybe I was doing a 2-week trip. I don't quite remember, but I was there over the weekend. And a small blizzard hits New York.
Jesus.
And I am literally standing there in the middle of 5th Avenue. Like this.
Oh, like NYC proper.
Yes,
Okay.
in Manhattan, 5th Avenue.
Okay.
During a blizzard.
Oh my God.
Like, just... Like, I could literally stand in the middle of 5th fucking Avenue because there was no traffic
It's
at
amazing.
all.
I love that shit.
And just the snow just piling on me. And it was just glorious.
Hold on. You don't love that because a snowplow almost killed you once.
I almost died.
I'm not even kidding. A snowplow almost killed Alkali.
Do you remember in the early 2000s when Chicago had I'm not talking about like our big snowstorms. I'm talking about the one where on Wednesday they were talking about, on Friday we will all die.
Oh, yeah. The snowpocalypse.
Early 2000s. Okay.
At least a decade ago.
What
Yeah.
Yes.
the fuck have you done?
I remember
Early
the 2011
drink a lot?
snowpocalypse.
No, this was the prior to 2011. This is the 2002?
Okay.
Early 2000s.
This is before we got excited about snowpocalypse.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I was walking back from where basically we knew what was happening. I'm sorry, it was on a Thursday. We knew what was happening. My job said, we need you guys to stay at a hotel because you're not going to be able to get downtown. And I said, okay. I was also what we call the Asian shift, which means 2 in the afternoon to midnight. So at midnight, I left the office. At midnight 01, I started walking to the hotel. At midnight 05, I was walking on the side of the street because there are no sidewalks, and a plow was coming. And I thought, oh good, they're cleaning up the snow. Maybe tomorrow this will be okay. And then I realized, oh good, there's a plow coming right at me. The plow saw me, the plow did not care. The plow turned slightly to the side and blew the snow, and we're talking about, this is the Chicago snow, 4-5 feet of snow, driving at 20 miles an hour, just throwing it to the right. It buried me in a snowdrift, so I looked like a classic movie, just two legs
But
sticking out.
also, it buried Alkali.
Yes,
Yep.
Like, Jesus Christ.
my entire
So
body
you got
was
up,
in
you had to
a
drink.
snowbank.
Oh, yes.
So, really quick, 2 things that happened just now in Alkali's bathroom, where I just was. 1, it is so humid out here, the combination of that still seeping in with his AC going to blizzard,
Yep.
on topic, there is a layer
Thank
of
you,
moisture and the grip under your bathroom floor mat
Should I get-
no longer works.
We're going to be moving that bathroom
So
floor
I
back.
am now. I've been cameling this shit. So I'm standing there doing my business, and my left foot is on the mat, and slowly it is sliding. And I am now wondering which is going to happen first. Am I going to finish, or is something? And I teabagged your toilet bowl before I was done.
Very big
I'm still
balls.
flexible. Thank
Thank
you,
you
Xander.
for that.
What? Shut up.
2.
Hey, you gotta make sure
You
you wash your
have-
balls too, you know?
I had a thought. You have this new Zealous spray in there because you need that.
Yes.
And then I was thinking, like, oh my gosh,
New Zealand.
the next fascist that takes over here, their big thing, their big political agenda is going to be called the New Zeal.
Oh my god.
Now, before we
I'm
go
gonna
on
change
to
the
the
topic with that anyway.
before we go on to the next and final topic, we're all going to owe a drink for this. Everybody, raise your glasses. We're going to talk about something that happens at conventions for a moment.
Are we going to talk about the fact that there's a 50% chance you don't get to leave for squared?
Shut up.
Wait,
I
what?
have a- what? I have
He's
a,
right.
I
How
have a
many
different
times have we had a goddamn blizzard near the end of first squared where people go, I think my flight might be canceled?
Yep.
To be fair, are going into this. So, like, Alkali, the one who came to all of us and said, we're going to start a con. And we're all kind of like, all right, that's stupid, but okay. And then the
Thanks.
follow-up was, well, when? And then he goes, February. And we're like, oh, are we driving somewhere warm?
Nope.
No. Wisconsin. We're like,
I'm sorry. Have
Sir?
you forgot about my nationality? Jew. I
is-
found a discount.
no, and it's discounted because, well, you never know when a blizzard's going to happen.
Exactly.
Like, okay, last weekend of February, it really doesn't happen. And our first fucking year one of First Squared, Martini's shirt right there. Stand up and show that puppy off.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
very
favorite
nostalgic.
shirt. I'm sorry.
I
it's
love
my
it.
favorite
I
shirt.
love it.
I also stood up, so drink.
He's right.
We have a blizzard that starts basically that Tuesday or Wednesday, and we're sitting there. We are dying, panicking. We have not left yet, going, no one's going to show up. No one's going to show up. We fucked up. We fucked up. And you all are maniacs.
Yeah.
A first-year con that had that many people showing up, and we're like, was it okay for you to get there? And every last one of them gleefully went, we almost died.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So before we go to the chat, I wanted to bring up something that to me is a wonderful momentum in the right direction for furry cons. I want to turn it over to Dragor. Well, the chat goes. So here first, chat. We're about to go to you. Finish off the show. What would you like us to talk about? While we wait for your answers, Dragor over here is the person who formed and make sure it shows up at multiple conventions. Dragor, would you take a moment and talk about the group that these two are a part of, the Warm and Fuzzies?
So, not just part of. So I had this dumb idea, and when I say I had this idea, if you all ever get the chance, MagFest, East Coast, right outside of DC, Music and Games Festival is one of the coolest cons I have ever been to. I worked it with the Dorsai, and their staff shirts, in particular, said staff, their logo, and on back in all caps, Ask Me. And that brought me to the next thing of, I want people, Dorsai do their job, they're wonderful, every con is their own version of security, but they are meant to dissuade certain behaviors, which means they're not necessarily approachable. So I want shirts that are hot pink, say Ask Me, and invite people to come and tell us problems as they're happening. So I blatantly ripped this off from MagFest, other than I made it pink, great. And Martini and
You put a cute
Avon
logo on
aren't
it.
just part of it. They are the two most critical pieces to this, because when I debuted it, I didn't have the bandwidth to actually do the job I wanted. And it's because of these two. If you see those pink Warm and Fuzzy shirts at any con, it's because they are true believers in no one should have to suffer unnecessarily at one of these fur cons. We're not saying you can't, no one's not going to be uncomfortable, but past uncomfort, you can find, if you see a Warm and Fuzzy, come talk to us, come hang out, ask. We're largely roving info desks. We really are. That's the majority of the job. But if you ever need to talk to someone in confidence, that is genuinely what we are for. We genuinely care. We want to make these events better. And what doesn't help is finding out weeks after an event that something happened. One of the things that is big for me is I really cannot in good faith act on, I'm going to go with the neutral term, they said versus they said. If it's not in the moment, there's no way to get a proper story, and I refuse to be part of fear-mongering. The way you counter that is at con, you come find us. You come find your staff. If you see us in these pink shirts, we will 110% take it seriously every time. Please come talk to us.
Uncle Kage, if you would like to know more, please message myself and Dragor. I guarantee you the Warm and Fuzzies would love to show up at Anthrocon. Would you like more staff, my silly, silly friend?
Would you like to know more?
Yeah. Gosh, dang it, Amy.
Holy shit! Great reference, motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta be a citizen though, and there's only
Kage.
one way to be a citizen.
I have a weird.
Kage with, don't fucking tell me about your problems 8 months after the con.
Yeah, exactly.
Although, guys, I see Red Eye in there. I was just introduced to the stream and never heard about Dragon Show. What is it? Please fill them in.
Random bullshit, baby.
But
You know what?
Yeah.
That needs
Okay,
to
okay,
be
never
one
mind.
of your
Xander
FA
did it
banner
for you.
ads.
That's got to be printed on a
Random
t-shirt.
bullshit,
Bullshit, baby.
Xander, here's your ad. Wait, guys, here's your ad. Peeps, sorry. Here's your ad. You have the great one. We had Majira once with the flailing things. Do the flailing things, new text. What is the Dragget Show? A bunch of random bullshit, and then just do a bunch of your random phrases.
I mean,
The blood
yeah.
ritual, alkalized
Fizzy
fuck
cherry
pigment,
cola.
fizzy cherry cola,
Alkalized fucking gay popcorn.
alkalized
Kage
fucking
saying
gay
I want the warm
popcorn,
Fuzzies, so
and
let's
I'm
put that-
Andy fucking Warhol.
I'm Andy Warhol.
Sorry, Xander, you were saying? I didn't mean to.
I
No,
don't
that was
remember anymore.
perfect.
All right,
The Dragon
guys.
Show, guys, we are a show by furries, for furries.
Yeah, baby.
That's all we
Absolutely.
are. We are here for you. Thank you for giving us a reason to be here. We have about 8 minutes left of the show. Blunt Ritual,
Hold
Warm
on, I wanna say
Foxies.
something.
Please do, because we need to cover 8 minutes.
All right, guys. Like, I love that the fandom has a swelling of younger people.
Hell yeah.
Great.
It's
Absolutely.
great.
We're not that. I mean, I love them. I love them. I
I'm sorry.
love more people finding the fandom. That's
You
great.
had
What are you
a
saying, old
wonderful
man?
line.
I'm sorry, you couldn't hear you over
Shut
there.
up.
Hold on. You had a wonderful line describing your stand-up to brand new furries. Do you by chance remember it?
Fuck no. Well, the house
This is something Xander told to me after his stand-up routine. Xander looked at me in the eye and goes, "My stand-up isn't for the Zootopia furries," and then walked away from me.
No, it's true. That's fair. I mean,
We're here for the new generation furries. We're here for the old generation of furries. We'll talk to you about what happened, and we'll tell you what we hope to see for the future. We are opinionated. We are weird. We hope you're enjoying.
We
don't get me
have
wrong. Listen, I do bits that I know work, and I know
Yep.
how the reactions they get.
Yes, you do.
So when I get a reaction that gets a different reaction, I make a note.
And what was that reaction at Anthrocon main stage, Xander? What is the brand new reaction to your stand-up?
Normally I have a bit that kills, and the one that like gets a total weird reaction that Hold on, do I really want to? I mean, they can look at
You
it.
had a word for it. Go ahead.
It was the possum reaction.
The possum
Oh,
reaction.
you were telling me about yes.
Xander, what is the
I was in
possum
that front
reaction?
row next to Kage for this. Totally true.
Xander, what's the possum reaction?
Possum reaction is when you don't know how to react.
All right. So to explain in furry
when
terms,
I gave a punchline, and this is the reaction. This is the possum reaction. Ah!
no, not just that. There's the follow-up because it's possums.
Yes.
So possums are, to Miko's credit, coining this term. I think you get the credit. Ah, boys. And
Yeah, boys.
so the reaction was, I was in the audience. I even saw Kage do this, and it was, ah, and then
Shit.
it's the sound stops.
Yep.
Because there's the noise of everyone going, we don't know what we just heard, and then the sound stops, but the brain keeps going, and it's the. And if they weren't seated, they would have fallen over.
It was the end of my fart joke bit.
Such a
You
good
gotta
line.
look it up on Silver Gatomon's stream. It's the end of my fart joke bit. Is the possum reaction, and you see hear from the audience, it's like ah,
So-
and that's about it.
That was good. One of the things I want to call out, especially because Uncle Kage's here, we randomly took a poll, at least a couple of times during our panels at Anthrocon. We were very fortunate to have a lot of very successful panels.
Yes, we
I
were.
think everyone's panels at AC this year were good for the following
Because
reason.
AC's panels are always good. They're AC.
The panels were always good. The attendance necessarily wasn't. And
Show
here's
up to
the
more
theory.
panels, AC attendee.
They are, and it's
I
for
know
the
they are.
We did a poll at Who's Line at Anthrocon. We had packed Allegheny Ballroom secondary events in the Westin. Who here is this their first Who's Line and a third Kage A third of the room raised their hands. Every panel I pulled, a huge chunk was having their first time at a panel. The integration with Pittsburgh is here. Anthrocon was dominated by families who had their first year a year or two ago.
Everybody,
Xander?
convention talk.
Convention talk? Hey, Xander, what do you call people who was their first Anthrocon? What do you call them?
Oh, shit.
Zootopia furs! People who
not
saw
so much sound.
Zootopia and showed up to Anthrocon.
Hell yeah.
Dude.
It's great.
At a time, I'm sure there was plenty, like, Pokemon furs before they became Pokemon
Brony
furs.
furs.
Have they all been
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was my entry drug.
Teenage
That's
Mutant
me.
Turtle furs. No,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was my gateway drug. to
there's
furry.
nothing wrong with that. I love new furries showing showing up because of new
There was entire
media.
conventions
it's
about
my
gargoyles. That's how you do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was your first date.
I do
Our first
apologize.
date was a Gargoyles convention.
Our first date was a Gargoyles convention. I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
World of Warcraft.
Was your...
My entry to furry.
Oh,
Wait.
talk to the
Oregon or
microphone,
something else?
friend.
Yeah.
Oregon?
Regale?
I mean that my first boyfriend was
Wow.
furry. I met
Wow.
him through a World of Warcraft guild.
Holy fuck!
So wait. I have to know, what furry was he? Was it because of World of Warcraft that he was furry, or?
No, he was already furry.
What was he playing?
Night Elf or Orc?
I think he was Taran.
Turret, yep. Female
That'll
or
do it.
male?
Male.
Really? Almost all the furries I know
Actually,
go with
no,
female
the guild
because they're
I
more
was in, he
cow-like.
was,
They wanna be milked.
He had to have been Night Elf Druid.
Night elves are just sexy.
Yes, well, that's separate.
QQ, quack quack honk. You know why you didn't get a single panel at this AC? I messaged them 2 weeks after they had open programming. And I know the person who runs programming, and he went to me, "Oh, we're full. It's Anthrocon. That's why you didn't get a single panel."
For those of you who don't know, by the way, huge shout out to Ash, the AC Director of Programming, for dealing with the utter fustercluck that is the amount of submissions and rooms at that con. There's a whole team and more names I don't know, but I've had what I would call the best performer con this year at AC that I have ever had. Ash, you get huge props for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ash. You're amazing.
Yeah.
Whew, I'm almost out of beer.
We're almost out of topics.
We're also almost out of time.
Oh,
Yeah.
it looks like we did it.
Speaking of, look at the clouds. We are literally almost out of time.
Okay, we are going to the chat. No new
it's
topics.
getting a lot darker out here.
No new
Hold on,
topics.
I had one.
Go.
Might be sun. I might-
As you
there's
talk
clouds
about your
now.
one, chat, we want your questions. Chat, your questions, your topics. Go, Xander.
Guys, so
Talk to the microphone.
the internet says that,
I'm drunk.
and I brought this up lately on my Twitter.
That's a dangerous statement. The internet says. But go on.
So it's got to be true. All right.
Patrick Stewart has released a new trailer of his series, Picard. What do you want Picard to do in his new series? Is my question.
Talk to the camera. Here is the thing.
It's a YouTube show.
No one.
I just want Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood with him as Mr. Rogers.
Holy fuck!
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Like not
No,
as
it should be.
Not
It should be.
not
It
to
really should be.
children, but literally just to everyone.
You just basically
Onyx, all of the furniture.
You know what I wanted.
I
want
right.
Mr. Rogers Star Trek. Like,
Yes.
take the morals of Star Trek and make it a Mr. Rogers show.
Colby Sharp Cheddar,
With
aged
Picard.
more than 10 years.
Yes.
What if
100%.
Picard's retirement plan is making a podcast and YouTube channel?
Absolutely.
Picard is
Also,
never-
I don't want to alarm
Blake
everyone, but we were talking
Sugar.
about it 2 seconds ago, and all of a sudden, even you guys can see this. There's no more sunshine.
Yep.
Charcoal! The device they used at First Squared to hotbox a fucking room.
So, joints?
God damn it. We're in Wisconsin.
Actual, what do they call those? Fog
torch?
machine, re-engineered. They took out stuff, put it back in. They fog machined like a volcano. They hotboxed their room. Unfortunately,
They put a fan on a hookah.
kinda, yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't know to wet the towel that you put under the door
Oh,
so it all
no.
Unfortunately, they had their air conditioning set at 60. Who knows what happens when you send a fog machine through a very cold room?
It all turns into water.
Yeah.
We're really close. If it's not cold enough, 60 isn't cold enough to turn into water, ground fog. To make ground fog, you send a fog machine through an ice bath. To make a bunch of pot in the hallway at the convention that you are running, you just make a fog machine filled with marijuana, and it
Not my
stays.
con, not my
yeah, I
problem.
know.
Oh, the micro
What was the
furs were
question
so
again?
happy.
What was the question?
That was their first Mars simulation.
You asked.
Where do you want to see Picard in? Let's say you take Picard
I
the
got mine out.
character into a random
Brought it all the
show.
way back
They
to
have
Mars
done
and
a
hotboxing
comic
Mars.
Doctor Who, Star Trek Next Generation crossover.
Wait, what?
There's genuinely a Doctor Who and Next Generation comic crossover.
That makes me super happy.
Yes.
So
That's
there
all-
was a related question in the chat
Hit it.
a bit ago.
What do you got?
Hard sci-fi versus space opera.
Okay, so wait. I want to get to something. I basically want to disassemble that question.
Yeah.
The genres are different for a reason. None are better than the other. They are genuinely different mediums.
Can I
There
go-
are different types of sci-fi because you don't necessarily want hard sci-fi for a space opera as much. There are
Not
things that
necessarily.
Can I take a wild
I
guess at what
I would
this
say
is?
that you can do both at the same time. Just look at The Expanse. That is
temperature
hard
just
sci-fi.
right back.
That's also
Starts-
space opera.
It
Gotta drink.
starts harder sci-fi, and I will say by the end of season 3, they
Guys.
have shed some of the
Here's-
harder aspects.
Here's my weird, just terrible, dumbass examination. Now, I'm just a guy, and I see hard sci-fi is the reality, and fantasy sci-fi is the ideal reality. Is that what we're kind of talking about?
No, in particular, there's a very strict
Gotta drink
definition
that
of
too,
hard
because we
sci-fi,
did that.
and hard sci-fi
point.
is
Yep.
the most possible realistic projection,
Of the current trends.
not just of current trends, of tech and of everything. So The Expanse gets a decent amount of, for example, space physics right, and they get a shit ton wrong.
Would you call Star Trek a fantasy thing?
I would call
Star Trek is more
space opera.
parable, not even space opera. It's parable. Star Trek
Yeah.
has more in common with Twilight Zone, honestly,
Yes.
than it does with
Yeah, it's
genuine
way
hard
more
sci-fi.
parables than anything else.
All right. Okay. I was curious.
Yeah.
Yes, hard sci-fi is closer to, say, like the movie that kicked off Star Trek, which is still fantastical, but like Forbidden Planet is generally the thing. Also starring a very young and good-looking Leslie Nielsen.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. That
I can't
breathe.
see him as sexy.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
You
Yeah,
will if you
no,
watch.
here's the
No,
cold front.
it's like a
the
different
front
person.
is right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
The temperature
sudden,
just dropped, folks.
The
For those
sudden
watching.
moisture accumulation under my tits.
Yeah.
I did.
No.
Oh my god.
This is crazy, all right?
Anybody want to fuck Leslie Nielsen?
All right, hold on.
Deal with this.
No! Guys, the storm is over us. We're about to end it. Xander, once Xander comes back outside, we're going to end this. Anyone else have anything else they want to talk
All
about?
right, last question
a lot of
from
wind
from
coming in.
Seamus.
Seamus,
Xander
what do we got?
Dragor. From the Voltron reboot, anything you thought they should have done differently? I did genuinely believe. I didn't think they stuck the
thank you.
landing. They had a lot of great ideas and good things.
Hold on. They stuck the landing. They could have stuck it better. I didn't hate the ending. I think they
let me
could have done.
explain why.
Thank you.
The,
Go
the
ahead.
explanation why. I love everything about it. I love all of the characters. The problem is, in that last, not even the last season, in the last couple of episodes, they ramped up the stakes too much, and all of a sudden the show was about suddenly all of existence, no character mattered. I thought that was a wrong
I
way
hate
to go.
that you're semi-right. I hate that you're
because
semi-right.
they took the main villain who was personable and they did a character shift into petty vengeance that the character was too smart for.
While
Austin,
I
best of luck.
don't doubt that some people are interested, I think the majority of people have gotten their fill of sci-fi for this episode.
No, he's right. He's right. No, he's right.
Well, speaking of sci-fi, someone asked me before, I don't have my Stormtrooper suit with me. Yes, I do have one.
What's
Didn't
the
bring
name
it.
of the group you shoot with?
The 501st Legion. I've been a member, active
First?
member for 12 years now. Yeah.
First.
Yeah,
first.
501st Legion. There's actually a few furries in the Legion, so I've met a few of them.
Chat,
already.
we're not going to go to another topic, but we're going to ask you, what would you like us to talk about for the final topic? We're not going to talk about another topic because we keep missing their topics.
The sci-fi one was one of theirs.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, good,
yeah, we've
good,
already
good.
gone through a few.
What was-
It was.
Was
we
it?
just went on. We just went
Yeah,
on.
the-
to-
the-
We went on.
10 minutes already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, guys, I apologize. Everyone sitting around this circle, we're kind of sci-fi nerds or forced into sci-fi. Thank you for watching some of my
I
sci-fi
legitimately
stuff.
We're either
enjoy-
sci-fi or fantasy nerds.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantasy, absolutely.
Yes, but-
I enjoy sci-fi.
Right.
And I enjoy a lot of it. I do not have the time to commit to Stargate, Star Trek, Star Fox,
Thank
Starbase,
you.
See, I just like Black Mirror.
Earner, teacup or mug? Absolutely, depending. You gotta go with a teacup for a proper cup of no milk, no sugar tea.
Oh, there he is!
God damn it, X and
So,
Dove, I
X
love
and
it.
Dove.
Erner,
Chinese
there
for
is
the
a
first time that I saw. In
Yeah.
media.
there is a bar in New
Go.
York
Go, yes.
that has a fantastic cocktail.
Yeah.
What was the name of it again?
Dutch Freds. And,
Yes.
and you order the Dutch's Punch, and it is served in a teacup, like with china and everything. Has beautiful flowers
Oh.
on it.
Yes.
Oh, it's a delicious cocktail too, but it is served in a teacup. It's adorable.
Okay, neither of the devices or receptacles listed, but did any of you get to go to Vegas when the Star Trek experience was still a thing?
No.
No.
I've talked about this before. I am genuinely a Trekkie. I have a picture of me still with hair doing this on the bridge, the replication bridge of Next
Yeah.
Gen in the captain's seat.
I love that picture.
They had full-on, genuine costumed Klingons and Ferengi, and they had I forget which hotel it was, but they had Quark's Bar. My parents and I were there on my 21st birthday, and we ordered a warp core breach.
How was it?
And it essentially was a Long Island iced tea plus in this giant bowl with this metal stuff around it, and they put a giant fucking chunk of dry ice in it, doing
Nice.
the white smoke from the warp core breach.
Whoa.
It was delicious, and I may have started mouthing off to a Klingon.
Dude! Okay, if I want a Star Trek drink, I want to get stabbed
Shit
in the
beside
chest. I want to get stabbed in the chest by when I'm playing Jamdad.
That is a fucking phenomenal Next Generation episode. One of the best episodes.
It's one of the best metaphysical episodes.
I think it's one of the best episodes, but I totally see what you're saying. But we're going to need to jump over to Miko, possibly you two, because I don't
even
know.
what the question is.
No, different question. I'm about to ask it. Nope. Nope. Somebody else ask it. The best DDR game. I never played DDR. So who has played DDR? I
Any
know
rhythm
you were a
game.
fan.
I mean, I was gonna say DDR shit. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's cool.
I grew up
They
on
share
DDR.
tracks.
Extreme 2 is wonderful. I love the soundtrack, and that's probably my favorite DDR game specifically. I don't know if you guys are rhythm
Not
gamers.
No,
really.
I played the first one when it first hit arcades, and then I was like,
Absolutely.
no, I'm not fit enough for this.
My first rhythm game was
No,
I went back to play Mortal Kombat.
what?
Kage!
Holy
Starbucks,
shit!
his wine glass empty!
Kage, that's brilliant. That's
Kage, go
amazing.
tweet that and tag Pandas.
Yes,
That is
please. Oh,
lost
yes.
on me.
Say again, sorry.
I said that's completely lost on me.
I'll show you the episode later, is all I can say.
It's
Okay.
cute.
It's very cute. I love it.
All right, so going back to
Damn it, Sam.
Star Trek,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on the new design of Klingons in Discovery?
Wait, there's a
I haven't
new
seen it
design?
yet.
I promise
Yeah.
this isn't because I'm being rude. I legitimately need
Oh, no, you do.
There's
Do.
a new design.
There's
drink.
a new design of Klingons.
I'm
It's
out
the
of
next
drink.
design. It's cool.
Actually, give me that.
They speak Klingon a shit ton more than they ever did in the classic
What?
season. It's only really a thing in season one.
Where's my
I
bottle
greatly
opener?
enjoyed it. A lot of people think they say Takuvma too much.
go.
I kind of agree.
Oh, right behind
They
you.
say Makuba to them?
Takuvma.
Yeah, well, I
Is
mean,
that part of their language?
No,
What
it's
do you
just a
have?
name of a notable person.
Oh,
They
sorry, babe.
did a very low level kind of like Klingon.
did you
Always travel with one.
finish season 2 yet?
Absolutely.
It's
Best
fantastic.
2 seasons setup for the actual show.
Discovery?
I can't wait to see what Discovery is actually
Hold
about.
on, is Discovery that good?
I think
Oh my
so.
god.
It is amazing.
Season 2 is amazing.
You guys
Okay,
heard it
so
here
no
first.
spoilers. We're back on the sci-fi thing. Star Trek Discovery is actually Star Trek, and I do genuinely mean this. People are like, oh, it's just some sci-fi show. No. Star Trek was always about being progressive during its era. Original series,
Yes.
we look at it and go, what the fuck? It was crazy progressive
Yes,
for its
it was.
era. Next Gen took that and was a better distillation of it and was very appropriate for that late 80s, early 90s era. Discovery does it again, except it's not classic kind of tone down the emotions thing. We're all past that. We're just good. That's not our climate. We aren't acknowledging how people feel correctly right now. Discovery is crazy advanced on personal validation, but still being progressive and doing good work.
To
It is
all of
all
us.
subtly
All
there.
of us who are
This
Star
actually
Trek
goes back
nerds.
to the
Go.
something that made you cry that you weren't expecting.
Discovery?
Yes.
Yes.
No fucking way.
Multiple times.
Absolutely.
Multiple times.
Fuck
yeah.
you, it's
There's
that
some beautiful
good?
moments in
Yeah.
that series.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They really brought
That was
Star Trek
funny.
back.
That was funny
So
to me.
the-
You heard us talking sci-fi and you rolled your eyes slightly.
No.
There is a
I rolled my eyes because I walked out here, looked up, had a
Yeah.
legitimate concern
Yeah.
as I realized my glasses didn't fog up the moment I walked outside,
Ooh.
and that I didn't feel like I hated the world when I stepped outside because that's cooler.
Yahweh,
Yes.
I'm going to answer your question in a moment. Could you please continue on your Star Trek Discovery?
So there
No,
is
don't
a
be. I said it.
there
It's
is
not
a
your fault.
same-sex couple.
Oh,
Discovery.
no, you cannot spoil this.
I'm not spoiling it.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
That makes me
And
insanely happy.
it is just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
As
my
it
God,
should
they
be.
birched it? They Anthony
did it.
birched it? Oh! That makes me so happy.
But
Yeah, so
shit
watch
also
Discovery.
happens between them, and that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, good.
In
Yeah.
season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yahweh, I hope
it's-
you're still here.
It's great.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
watch it. It's worth it. Do it. Especially
Wait,
if you're a
wait.
Trekkie, go watch it.
Is that on AB?
No, it's on
bullshit
CBS.
or the internets?
So you can get it
Talk
through
to him.
Amazon, right?
I will, I
so
will
you have to
acquire it for
subscribe
you.
The
to
internet.
CBS online.
The
Look, if
CBS
you're not,
Online.
look, if you're, I
Just
can't
go
believe I'm
find it
saying
on
this
the internet.
unethical thing. If you hate the fact that it's buying another streaming service just for a show, fuck it, go pirate it.
it's
I
also-
generally don't say that.
They
It's
do
literally
a free
worth-
month thing. That's how we
Look.
watch the Super Bowl.
Oh,
He's right.
It's
Go do
literally
the free
worth-
month, show them you're willing to watch,
I
but
just
not
want to say
pay.
it is
Hold on,
worth
hold on, one second.
$5 a month
Go.
to pay for CBS All Access
Yep.
just to watch Discovery. It is worth the $5 a month.
And if you feel like you can watch it in a month, you're free.
Yeah, it is short. They are short seasons. It is not like classic Trek where it's 24 episodes a season. They're,
Thank you,
what,
Miko.
like 13?
Miko
maybe?
stood up.
I think the second season was like
Thank you,
20 or
Miko.
something.
Oh my God.
Was it
but
that long? I thought it was shorter than that.
Holy shit.
In any
Yeah,
case,
it's
all right, we're on
really
Star
picked
Trek
up.
2 arc.
Thank you.
Go pay your $5 a month. The seasons are shorter. The episodes are really good. It starts off rough. Every Trek show, other than original series, took at least 1 or 2 seasons to not suck.
At
Discovery is very different, but I think it has a good first season. Finishes strong.
I would say it takes about 5 episodes for Discovery to hit its
I
point.
call it the
its
Game
stride,
of
yeah.
Thrones syndrome. I can no longer watch a show and judge it off of what I watch. If you don't give a show 3 episodes, you're not giving a show. And I'm talking about everything out there a chance.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You can't watch an episode of anything unless somebody says, here's the best episode. I don't want to see spoilers.
That's
You
that's
can't
been
wa-
me. That's been me and Tamoose. While the first season of Game of Thrones, admittedly, will drag you right the fuck in.
Yes, it will.
There have been episodes where he's like, "Wait, why are we watching this?"
Yes.
Like,
Absolutely. Because do not forget, the 4th book, that would be Game of Thrones. It's actually the 3rd book, part 2. The 4th book. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm wrong. 4th book,
I
part
need
1.
to teach you something really quick.
Go, please.
You are
Oh, we need to wrap
you
this
are
up
saying
soon.
something like that.
Uh-huh.
This is moving in fast.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's
You
coming.
need to adjust your glasses as you do it.
Thank you.
Oh, nice. Can I get to the original question?
Do it.
of
No,
my
no,
thing?
you have to do it like
Yeah.
this.
You
Cool.
need to give
Wait,
certain
shh.
show.
Xander, go.
Oh, is it
So my
sorry?
original question
Yeah.
was, Captain Picard, what do you want the show to be?
Hold on, say it
Do
again.
you have your answer?
Picard, what do you want the show to
Xander,
be?
do you have your
I
answer?
want him to be solving mysteries with his dog. I want him to be solving
I was
mystery
saying,
murder.
I-
Listen, Cosby tried it. He failed. He obviously
his
went and
name?
did very bad things. So let's have
He
the
needs to
Captain
bring it back.
Picard. Let's have Captain. There was the Cosby Mysteries. Listen to me. There was the Cosby Mysteries right after the Cosby Show came out.
What I
It
want
didn't turn out great.
is
solved the mystery.
A-
No, never mind. I'm gonna go.
adult, not like adult, but adult Mr. Rogers. So
That's fine.
like
I get what you're saying.
adults, Mr. Rogers
Fucking moron.
with Picard.
I want an adult Mr. Rogers with Picard where, like, the first episode is how to pay your fucking taxes.
Yeah.
Episode number 2, what not to say to police officers. I would totally be in for a Mr. Rogers style Captain Picard telling us, like, hey, here's how you find a lawyer.
There is kind of that style language in Discovery. Not
Honestly,
kidding.
I'll be honest with
They do
you.
the things.
I kind of want the Columbo character back.
Ooh.
The bumbling guy who's a genius, but everyone thinks he's a dumbass because that's my existence.
All right, so Exon is saying, please hug Alkali, so everyone's going to have to take a drink.
Wait, what?
I'm getting up.
Oh. I get a hug. I want a hug. I get a hug. Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Everyone drink.
You gave him a hug, and we all felt a little warmer.
Yeah. I'm watching a storm come in. The Picard show.
Oh, holy shit. Take a picture of that and send it
Yeah,
to
it's moving
Telegram.
quick. We're gonna get rained on in.
We're going to say we are calling this at 4 more minutes, guys. 4 more minutes
We're very
because
dark over
I
there.
need to get this stuff inside.
There's thunder coming.
I'm not a genius, by the way.
Can you get a video of it rolling
I'm just a
in?
dumbass.
Yeah, I'm going to try to.
That is.
Get some pictures and then get a video of that front.
Get a
gets frustrating.
still thing, like try to get the transformer in so they can see how fast it's moving.
Yeah.
All right, really quick, one more time. 4 minutes left. We're going to the chat. What would you like to talk about? We have 4 minutes. City Skylines, the mod with the hearse.
Yeah.
Ryan, I hope you're on the... Ryan, hit me up on Telegram. I have to look it up. It's a weird mod that has to do with traffic, and you need to know where to go to turn it on. I recommend it to everyone for when you're having fun. City Skylines. I know I saw some people from City Skylines in there earlier.
Oh, you got a hug.
Oh, we get hugs.
I got a hug.
Tyro wants to know where the possum is. Miko, would you tell him how Larry
I
is
saw Larry
doing?
like 2 days ago.
Yay!
Legitimately, I saw him as I was walking down our street here, like not 2 houses away.
Just so you guys know.
I got excited. I tried to take a picture, but unfortunately, my hand.
You can't take a picture of Larry.
Herman's
I have
hit
tried 100 times.
really?
He doesn't stay long enough to turn your phone on the camera and take a picture.
wow.
He knows when you're taking a picture.
So I don't know. I know it's not true for you because he's laid in front of your car, but
Yeah.
he's never not moving for me.
Oh, he's
Tyro,
laid in front of my car, yeah, totally.
We as a species should decommission the R word in otherwise non-clinical uses.
I agree with Dragger because I know what he's talking about. I am the worst at that, and I'm trying. Blake, who needs City Skylines when you have SimCity 4? Blake, anyone who wants more than one entrance/exit to their goddamn city. Blake?
I do understand though, because sometimes you just want to start a fucking tornado in the middle of a city, and honestly, I understand that need. I would play SimCities 4 over City Skylines.
Can you
I understand. Colby is right.
I don't know.
TMPE. Guys, the mod you're looking for City Skylines, you have to go into the mod and turn it on, is what he just said.
Wait, really quick. All right, ready?
Yes.
I want to see people's reactions. Ready?
Sure. Everyone look at the camera.
Wait.
Look at the camera.
Reactions. Ready? BUDDAMUS.
Go. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Absolutely not.
No
Nope.
one played
Sorry.
SimCity
I have
on the Mac.
I have a
I
couple
did.
of- Hey, guys.
Do you not remember this?
No, I guess
You
not.
click the top of the bar, your toolbar, you click that, and then you type Budamus, BUDDAMUS, and you got $500,000 and everything unlocked.
Yeah, that
seconds.
was the Konami code inside of that game.
Give me 1
Real
second.
quick.
Xander is next. City Skylines is SimCity 2000, but ultra complex. I hate to say it. I love Maxis. I actually enjoyed SimCity 4. City Skylines is everything you want. Xander,
Yes.
go. So sorry.
Me and Miko had a stream a few days ago with Mario Maker. We had a Shining level where it was the movie The Shining.
That was really good. I got to see
Go
that.
guys, go back and watch that. I love shit like that. I hope we find more things like that. That was really cool.
We'll be fine.
We're going to it right now because it is actually gray above us. Starting over here, final thoughts, Miko. Anything you want to say? Go ahead.
I feel like we can actually stick around here for a little bit until, like, if it legitimately starts raining, the only thing we have to take inside is that. And
Yes.
the chairs.
Holy shit, you're right. We keep everything inside the garage. Oh, good call.
It's up to you guys how long you want to go.
I am looking up radar right now.
But let's
The
still
radar
go with
looks like
final
it's
thoughts.
mostly going to go about
Well,
here.
The reason I want to go with final thoughts, if at any point we go, we're done, I want to be done. Please, final thoughts. Thank you so much for joining us. It's actually an
I had a
absolute
fantastic
pleasure.
fucking time.
This has
I
been a
don't
blast.
have seen you guys since First Squared, and before
Long
that,
time listener, first time
Squared.
caller. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyro, could you please once again post our link from Telegram? Ryan is coming up in a moment. Look for Tyro. He's one of our moderators. Thank you, Tyro. Going back over to the other side. Dragger, final thoughts in case we have to stop all of a sudden.
Because they're here, genuinely, to anyone watching, if you like the idea of Warm and Fuzzies and have seen it, ask other conventions about it. One of the big projects that I want to try and take on in 2020 is grow the group and get the group to more events. It doesn't need to be this group. It could be helping a con start their own version. Yeah. All I want is the at-con effect of genuine communal safer spaces.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
we have like collected documentation and all that other stuff too, so we can kind of hand that to you in a bundle with lots of information. I've actually handed that already to MFF, so we'll see.
I'm supposed to
about
talk with
that,
Dave Cat about that, actually.
Yep. Oh, where's my drink?
He's
Now that I mentioned
both of
another
us.
con.
Martini
group of us
Soft,
need to be in the
final lines. What
great.
would you like to say to the
Convention talk.
chat? Convention talk.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget to blow your fox.
I think I've swallowed him like 32 times in a row.
I'm going to just make a compilation for a certain fox of all the times we swallowed him. Martini Soft, go ahead. Final thoughts.
This has been fun. Thank you so much for inviting us.
Cheers,
Really.
my friend.
Yeah.
You can always fist bump a bottle.
Yeah,
just so
I'll
you know.
fist bump the bottle. That'll be fine. I've already gone through all of my scotch.
All right, here we go. From, ladies and gentlemen, the person who started the Dragon Show, the person who made this all happen. I will never be able to thank him enough. The reason that this happens. Final thoughts, Xander.
Thanks everyone for coming out on a random Saturday. I have nothing else. Trans rights. That's it.
Trans rights. Trans rights.
Trans rights.
Yes.
Trans rights.
Also, everyone drink because you did not refer to Xander as Cialis.
My bad.
Yeah, he needs to be Cialis.
We remember the original thing. It was CCLS.
That would
right,
be
yeah.
cotton candy
Love sponge.
sponge.
Yeah,
Cotton
cotton
candy
candy love sponge.
Cotton candy love.
Thank you,
sponge.
Boozy.
All right.
Last one is a really weird term.
CCLS. That's
All right,
weird.
mine.
Cialis, yeah, it's Cialis now.
Mine, which always takes the longest.
sure
Let's
right
start
now,
off
I
with
don't even know
this.
what you're talking about.
He's in the chat. I want to send out a huge thank you to Uncle Kage. Ladies and gentlemen, to the person who thought first, the furries don't have the position in the history books that they need. Guys, to Uncle Kage, the person who worked his ass off to make the furry community part of the general community. Kage,
yeah.
we would not be where we are at without you. Thank you for everything. So cheers. Uncle Kage.
Here's Kage.
To Boozy.
Much gustier now.
Boozy, who thank you very much for joining the fandom and doing whatever the fuck you did. And guys, once again, to everyone watching the chat, to everyone in the Telegram room, to everyone who comes to our panels, and to everyone in the furry fandom, you are the best of the best. I can do my job because of all of you. You are the most charitable people on the planet. Thank you so
Can I say
much.
something?
Yes, Xander, go.
Guys, if you like this shit, subscribe. He'll be super busy with the next few weeks, but that is
3 weeks.
temporary.
Get ready for a lot of wrestling shit.
I mean, me and Nico will be
Wrestling
releasing
shit, the
stuff.
video games on,
Yeah,
on
seriously.
the Dragon Times.
But right now, Alkali has 12-hour, just insane days. That's
okay.
That's the minimum.
It's okay.
It's going to be a rough patch a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. But we are still going to release content. After that, it's going to be more. And we're going to have more stuff for you. So hopefully you stick through. And you're through there for us. We'll have this next month.
Red car.
Red card drink.
Red card drink. I'm done. Thank you, Alpha.
All right, here we go. To finish it off, Tyro, please post the Telegram chat right now in the room to do the outros. Over here, Miko, say goodnight and who you are.
Good night. I don't know who I am. I'm sorry, that was a really deep question. I was not expecting that.
Avon, say goodnight, who you
Good
are.
night. I am Avon at Purple Fox.
Dragger.
I'm Dragor, and I am being left held with a fist bump by the existential mouse over here.
I don't know what to do.
Martini Soft.
Martini Soft, I'm that fox. Good night.
And before we go over to Xander, once again, thank you so much for being here, guys. It means the world to us. I saw over 70 people Saturday in the afternoon. We're ending this so you guys can go have a good night. Thank you so much, Xander. Once again, the person who created the Dragon Show, he made me do this. I will never be able to thank you enough. The most important person in my life, ladies and gentlemen, Xander the Blue.
Yay! A serious send-off?
I always do a serious send-off.
You need a serious send-off.
I do not need a serious
Give him a
send-off.
serious
Xander,
send-off.
say
I would
goodbye.
just say, hi, I'm Xander. I suck dick, give my cat fancy feast. That's it.
That's the right way to be.
There
The
you go.
the dichotomy of love. It's either blowjobs or fancy feast.
That's
One
right.
or the other. You get one, not the other.
Right.
But why not
I'm not going to give him fancy feast.
All right,
Because we're not into that.
outgoing question. If you have one, do it in a one-liner. The
One-liner.
fancy feast that wasn't. Go.
The fancy feast
I
that
had
wasn't.
the fancy feast that
You
wasn't.
go first so we understand the question.
We took my dad out to a very nice high-end seafood restaurant for dinner. They got all of the birthday stuff wrong. The only person's order they screwed up all night was the birthday boys.
Awesome!
Fancy feast that wasn't.
Yahweh, I'm going to answer your question. The fancy feast that wasn't. Who's got one?
I
do
That
not.
one.
Nope.
Every time you order the nachos, they assume you're drunk. So it's such a pile of shit.
Is that what
I'm not
happened?
serious.
Is that what happened
Am I
at Di's
wrong?
mom's wedding? When you bought those nachos and they brought it to you in a coffee can and turned it upside down?
That was amazing!
It's a pile of shit.
Really quick, I hate to interrupt, but we're going to lose the chat. Sue dear, I need you to understand something. I have a partner at work. His name is Tom. He's one of my favorite people on the planet. Sue, every once in a while, he will look at me in the middle of working when we are drained. We are done, we are fried. And he looks at me and does this. Salmon mousse! And then he goes back to working. Salmon mousse is one of our all-time favorite lines. Sue, you're amazing.
Also, you pronounced mouse wrong. But anyway.
The salmon mousse.
No, legitimately, my fancy feast that wasn't was after my grandfather's death. Everybody was really excited. This was a new thing. We had never heard about it. And so we went to a bar, and then we went to a place that everybody was really excited about. None of us in our family knew about it.
What was it?
Golden Corral. That's the end of my
Charcoal,
story.
I got you.
All right, I have to recap one thing. Miko does the setup and says, out of context, without finishing the story.
There's gold!
My grandfather
The
just
corral.
died. We were all really excited.
We were excited about this new food place to go to, and he's one of the people that made sure there was money set aside for us to go to a bar that is known for legitimately vodka.
Nico.
Sounds like serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, Miko's not done yet.
Soda.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yahweh, I'm drunk. What was your question?
Oh,
All right, charcoal has been asking me the whole time. One moment. Into character. I'm a little drunk. Hold on. 5 dick-shaped things. There.
You can't even falsetto when you're drunk.
Dude, my voice is
it's the dry
destroyed.
throat.
Yeah, no, it's super dry. So yeah, 5 dick-shaped things from whatever History
Onyx
Channel man, some
Golden
other
Corral
time.
is one of
That was
those
from our
most
song.
widespread
Shit.
fucking like buffet things. It's one of those things that you look at and you
Trigor.
you don't
All
go
right.
to Golden Corral, you
When
end
is
up at
Dungeons
Golden
and
Corral.
Dragons coming back? You were
That
gonna
was the
answer
question, guys. Dungeons and Dragons coming back. The answer to your question is, I'm so sorry. Look, I'm drunk enough. I'm going to just be honest with you. The job I have right now lets me go to conventions. It also stops me from having a life. The moment that myself and all the other performers are free, we finish season 1, and after that, season 2 will be much easier. If you're out there, Dustin, Mackie, John, Miko, Xander, it's my fault more than anyone else's. My job has gotten a little bit more hectic. I'm sorry. It will come back. We will finish season 1. We will give you a season 2. It's going to be very hard, and it's my fault, no one else's. So sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's assuming you're not making the stocks go.
I said so sorry.
So at 3, 2, 1.
Go!
5 dick-shaped things!
Wait, that sucked and we were dissonant. Let's
I
be positive about
misunderstood
it.
what was happening.
So did I.
Xander, one more time. Countdown.
3, 2, 1.
5 dick-shaped things!
Real outro starting over here. When I point to you, say goodnight.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That was adorable. When I point to you, say goodnight. Go!
Good night.
Go! Well done.
I'm a
Go!
rebel.
Good night.
Did you say you're a rebel?
Apparently.
Go!
Buenas noches.
And
Hasta luego.
one last time.
Oh shit, that's me.
It is 5:30 on a Saturday. I hope you guys go out and enjoy the rest of your night. Before we end, thank you to everyone who is here. Thank you for everything
Thank
that
you,
you guys
Kage.
do. We are the Dragon Show. We hope to see you next time. This is Xander the Creator. My name is Alkali, and good night!
Bye.
Bye.
Whackity schmackity doo.
We're in Chicago and stuff, so that's fun.
I can't believe we haven't gotten peed on.
Same here.
Oh boy.
Don't say that because then we're going to start getting
Thank you, the Dragon Show, making us wait.
Eat
I'm gonna
bees.
make it wait.
God damn it! Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Oh, Miko. God damn it.
We love you too.
Yeah.
I
no,
can
we
tell
don't.
you my parents got hammered.
Damn it, Miko!
What do you do now? What do you do now?
He's saying,
this fucking
ooh,
thing
they're
down."
swearing now.
Oh, we're the adult panel.
We're not mad!
We're-
Click the button!
We're so mature.
Xander can't see squat anyway.
Yeah, I can't say shit. I can't read the chat.
Xander can't see it. That's great.
The fun thing is,
Do the thing!
That's like a damn near Miko line at this point. Do the fucking thing.
Miko,
Oh my god!
Push the button, Frank.
I'm gonna telegram you. Please do the thing.
Uh-oh.
Alright, he wants a wah! He wants a wah!
Stopping it!
Wah!
I
Wah!
got a phone baby because of you.
Wah! Wah!
My phone is still alive.
Wah!